Every time that I dream, there's always this man.
Ready.
Is there anybody else out there that this is happening to? It's me, it's you, it's Dean, it's Jesse, Chris. It's in all of our heads.
Don't fall asleep.
What do you want from us?
Oops. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nightmare at Camp Blood Part 8. Tonight, we're doing the Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 reboot, and my special guest is Brett Man from Good Real Hunting. How's it going, Brett?
Man, I am more happier than you know what? I can't really think of anything I'm more happier than right now.
Are you sure?
Actually, I know. I'm more happier than staying awake.
Oh, well, that's something. I don't know if I quite have the same reaction, but we'll see how I feel by the end of the movie.
Hey, I'm gonna like if I could change your mind just a little bit, that's for me as me succeeding. So if I could do it a little bit, I know I'm not going to change on Toronto Freddy's mind, which I'm already prepared for that. So
I was getting all blurry. Yeah, I don't know how much my mind will be changed. Although I do, there are a few things that I do love about this movie. Before we get into it, I really like the intro, and I love Katie Cassidy. She's one of the side characters. I wish she had been the main character of this movie and not Rooney Mara, but it's too late.
Well, Katie Cassidy is probably, in my opinion, one of the most underappreciated horror actresses who always seems to find a way to not be a main character, and it pisses me off.
Yeah, I feel like people are just not thinking these things through. Like she was on the TV show Arrow for a while as Black Canary. And they went and made a spin-off show they were going to make a spin-off show called Green Arrow and the Black Canaries, and she was still a side character. Like she should have been like the main character of the spin-off show, and they're like, no, we're going to do this new person that nobody likes.
Man, poor Katie Cassidy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's really not fair. Who we get in the comments here? We've got Miss Carter. We've got the Evil Bread. We've got Horrorhead Heather. Toronto Freddy. Fuck this atrocity. It is what it is.
Well,
we got Video Tasties.
What's up, Gareth?
Let's see what's here. Got everybody. Oh no, we've got Kyle Curtis Flett from Flett's House of Horror. How's it going, Kyle?
What's up, Kyle?
And Lincoln Huskins. How you doing, my man? Good to see you in the chat again. Actually, just want to post that we're live, I guess, just in case anybody hasn't seen.
I'm just making sure we got everybody. You're going to get in trouble. You skipped Destiny.
Oh, Destiny.
Yeah, you're screwed. You can't. Yeah, right. Good save.
That is my fault there.
Oh, and what's up, Carlos Omar? That's a new name in this chat.
Oh. Yeah, how's it going, Carlos? Thanks for joining us tonight.
What's going on, man? Thank you. You picked a good movie.
Oh, yeah, how do you feel about this one, Carlos?
Sorry, every time I think of the name Carlos, I always think of The Hangover. Not at the table, Carlos.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Every time.
You're live now. I almost posted the StreamYard link on Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
Come on in, everybody.
Dude, that would be awesome. Just like the first 10 people who want to just come in and join.
Well, it would be awesome having like any of these people in the chat join in, obviously, but you just know somebody would come in and ruin it if that link stayed up on Twitter.
Oh my gosh. I might just go ballsy one day and just do that. Just to see what happens. Probably nothing's going to happen, but it'd just be funny if something did happen.
Oh, something would happen sooner or later. It would definitely have to just be like a hangout stream because you never know.
Oh man, I'm ready for another hangout stream. It seems like well, shoot, we just did one not too long ago for 4 hours, and I'm ready for more. So,
say there's a problem, Miss Carter. Is anyone else having the same issue?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna mute my phone. That's something I do.
Hopefully it's not me. I remember I had a froze issue one time.
Yes, hopefully we don't encounter that again tonight. But
Yeah,
it wasn't a big deal anyway.
Yeah, but my internet's been a little crappy the last couple of days, like being weird.
Mine is usually okay for streams, but hopefully. Oh, Destiny says she's doing better now that she's off.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Let's see here. I'm just getting my copy set up right now.
I'm at 0 seconds, and Heather, that's what I'm talking about. Waiting on NFL kickoff to start. Believe 8:15 kickoff. I can't wait.
I can't really contribute much to that conversation. I am definitely not a sports guy, unless it's like gold medal Olympics.
Hey, we got the Winter Olympics next year, so.
Oh, you guys do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. 2022 is the Winter Olympics.
Oh, but is it in the U.S.?
That's
right. I think I thought you were saying it was in the U.S. Is where.
I don't know where it's at next year. I think it's somewhere in Europe.
Elo Bread says he's sure this is considered a form of torture in some areas.
Oh, come on. No, it's not.
Miss Carter, party of suffering, maybe. Yeah, you guys aren't wrong. He loves that it's only 90 minutes long, elbow cough.
Is actually an hour and 35 minutes and 26 seconds.
Owned. No, just kidding. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry that our streams are always so late for you, Evil Bread. It's like 4 a.m. basically by the time you even get a chance to get to bed.
Yeah, I'm the easiest person to get a schedule, like an early schedule with, so.
Destiny. You said I did, but she was going to keep it to herself. I'm sorry, Destiny. I was scrolling too quickly.
I told you, man. You're screwed.
It's funny. The last stream I was doing with Destiny, I called Chris, Chad. I called Chase. I think both Chad and Chris because I was just scrolling so quickly. I was seeing like the CH and the CHAs. They're all CHAs.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then
kept on calling him Chase, Chris. And...
Yeah, Chase was like, "My name is Chase."
My name is Jeff.
Let's see what else we got here. There's no way I can watch this as I don't own it, and I refuse to pay any of my hard-earned dollars towards it. Well, I have it on Blu-ray, I think, but I honestly just got it through other means.
I don't own them because I'm waiting patiently for the box set because I know it's coming.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a big box set, but there's like a $20 Blu-ray set at. Oh, you know what? I don't think the remake is in that. You have to get.
No, it's not. It's only the originals.
Yeah. Oh well.
I wonder why.
Let's see if Nightmare on Elm Street 2010 is on YouTube. Sometimes it is, and if people want to watch along with it that way, they can.
Dude,
I find so many random movies.
You need to download the Just Watch app because it's a lot quicker than the Google.
What's the Just Watch do?
Just Watch is pretty much you can type in any movie or TV show and it will tell you exactly where you can stream it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, usually I just type it in on YouTube because someone randomly uploaded it under a weird title. So sometimes you can watch like half the wrong turns are on YouTube under like weird titles.
Oh, it's the fourth one on there?
I think so, actually.
Oh, I want to watch that one so bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I'll search it up after. But
how
many of you guys are?
Oh, sorry.
I just want to say, if you guys are watching the movie with us, just get it set to 0 seconds because we're going to start here in a few.
Mm-hmm. And then it's on HBO Max if anybody has HBO Max. Because I do remember the whole series is on HBO Max right now.
Yeah, actually, I remember someone mentioned that a while ago. I forgot about it.
Well, I'm going to actually pay attention to your display back there because it almost reflects the screen that you're on.
Oh, God.
What inappropriate things are you looking at?
Well,
I can't see.
Wait, is it actually like on what is it? Where is it showing it? Oh, right there. I see. I was like, what's being shown?
No, it's not bad. No, I was just like, I could just tell like you're on your computer scrolling against the lights.
Well, I'm using. I downloaded it and it's being played through my friend's Plex, like the Plex server. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah, and
I think you told me about that.
Who knows what is in there? So. Oh, we got Chris Snyder. What's up, Chris?
What's good, Chris?
What do you think of this one, Chris? I think I probably know. But...
Shoot. Okay, I got to know.
Left Salisbury's here. What's up?
Oh, what's
Good
up,
to see you again.
Chris? Other Chris.
Other Chris. Double Chrisen.
Yeah, double Chrisen. But no, if Tyrone Freddy's still in here, I just got to know once and for all, what don't you like about this? Okay, let me rephrase that. What do you hate about this movie? Is it Freddy himself, or is it something else in particular?
Chad sums it up perfectly.
Well, fuck you, Chad. So, he likes Resurrection.
I don't mind Resurrection after the stupid beginning seemed glory, honestly. And
yeah,
it doesn't bother me that much. But honestly, the opening of Resurrection is disrespectful to the Halloween franchise. I'll say that.
I just need to. I need to give it a rewatch just with a fair, open mind after the first 10 minutes, because she could not fit since 10 minutes.
Well, I just like that it's like kind of different, even though it's like set back in Haddonfield and it's got the whole like reality TV aspect. And I like that. I'm blanking on her name. The girl from Battlestar Galactica is in it. I can't believe I'm blank. Katie Sackhoff is in it.
Oh yes,
and I love Katie Sackhoff, even though she's not in it for like the whole thing. I know I really like her, and there's some good kills in that movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Carlos says it holds its punches in this one. I find it makes Freddy too unlikable in this one. Like the other movies, you can root for Freddy killing people. In this one, he's just like, they've just like, especially by the end when you find out like what he's done and stuff, you can't like, he's just not likable like the Robert Englund Freddy.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to like Freddy Krueger. I get it. Like you want to like him for like killing people, but like sometimes you just gotta have a true dark villain. And really, in all honesty, Freddy Krueger is an actual dark villain. Probably the darkest out of the big three.
He's definitely like, I wouldn't say Jason is even necessarily evil. He's just like
misunderstood.
Like if you don't, he's not gonna come. Well, he went looking for Alice when he was alive, but like if you don't go to Crystal Lake, he's not gonna come kill people. Kind of.
Yeah, because he just wants to be left alone.
Yeah, and Michael though, Michael's like, fuck it, let's just kill whoever. but I don't even know if I'd say Michael's evil because he's alive, I guess. Whereas Freddy is literally a dream or a dream demon kind of, and there's really no middle of the road saying he's not evil. Like he was the villain of Freddy versus Jason. So
yeah, absolutely, and but I'm telling you, but when Freddy wants to be evil, like dadgummit, is he evil?
Yeah, actually, honestly, my two biggest issues with this movie would be not even the backstory, but just the look of Freddy. Because I think if they just had Jackie with Robert's makeup, it would have went like a huge way to making this movie better. I know what they were trying to go for, but the CGI just didn't work out for me. For me anyway. And the second thing was there's too many lines from other movies. It's like constantly, it's like line from this movie, line from that movie, this movie, that movie, and it's just it's. Like it would do that on one hand, and then we had the amazing scene later on with her in the store or whatever. But it's just I just find there's too much taken from other Nightmare movies, just mishmashed into this one.
I see for some of that, but like the actual like quotes from other movie, I gotta pay attention to them because I don't think I've ever noticed that.
Oh really? There's a lot. There's a bunch.
Okay. I guess I wasn't paying attention that much.
Yeah, like every time he kills somebody, I think there's a quote from a previous film or Freddy versus Jason.
Okay, well then good thing we're rewatching this.
Okay, he hates that it's a soulless cash grab. Like there's some good stuff. Like I think the elements of a good movie are here. It's just they didn't put them in the right order. It just didn't work out right. Like I don't know. I think Rooney Mara would like her soulless performance as Nancy. I think plays into this movie being like so. Katie Cassidy should have been Nancy, and Rooney Mara should have been killed off in the first 20 minutes.
Absolutely, and I absolutely agree with that. That was like my big issue with this movie is her performance.
The fact that she didn't care about, she didn't try, and she didn't care about the movie really shows, I think, in her character. Like there's a few times where she does do a good job, but for like the majority of her performance, she just got this like bored look on her face.
Yeah, and do you know who I really blame? I blame like the person who picked out the cast and all that, and like the people behind the movie, because they could have easily replaced her. Like, damn, you're not really motive to do this. Like, let's get you out and let's just put somebody else right in.
Was she in this before or after the dragon tattoo one?
I'm
sure somebody in the comments.
I want to say after. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Maybe they thought she'd be a big draw with the name, but like, I don't know. Chris says Jack Early Haley's performance doesn't bother me at all. His look does though, but I don't blame him for that. That's what I'm saying. I think if they had him basically the exact same, just in Robert's makeup, because then he would actually look like Freddy. I think that's one of the biggest problems is he doesn't look like Freddy. It's like bringing Jason in and giving him like the classic looking hockey mask as opposed to the ones that he's had before, like an actual like goalie's mask with all the holes all across or whatever, just to be more realistic. Like nobody would like that. They'd want the actual like an actual Jason looking mask. And I think if they had just given like Toronto Freddy looks amazing. Like if they just had Toronto's Freddy's look in the movie, like they would have been a whole long way to making people like it more.
Dude, he sent me a birthday video in April, and oh my gosh, like I thought I literally was talking to Freddy Krueger. That's how like spot on he was with the look.
He's so good. Like that just don't fuck with the look of Freddy too much.
No. And plus, I feel like it gets a lot of heat too because of Robert wasn't in this one.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there has to be a new Freddy eventually, so I understand that. But I think that the loss of Robert Englund plus the loss of the look was a double whammy for Freddy.
Yeah, like I'm not going to deny that there were a lot of bad decisions, but as like we've already stated, they like the things that they did get right, they like really got right.
Yeah, well, there's one scene in this particularly, and we can talk about once we watch it, but it's one of my favorite scenes in the entire franchise towards the end of the movie. But that's pretty high praise for the movie, but that's like that. It's kind of like the beginning of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Perfect time to bring this movie up. Destiny's
Why is that a freaking rule on your channel?
Oh no. I don't know. But it's like I really love the beginning of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Like all that, the hospital stuff, I loved it so much. And it's like one little pocket of the movie, and the rest of it I don't really care about. It's kind of not the same as this. There's like a really amazing scene in this movie that's like so good and like such a great idea. And then kind of the other stuff around it, I'm like, whatever. Ooh, slash it out. Nightmare 2010 versus Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I'll defend all day, every day.
Yeah, I would pick that movie as well.
Oh, okay. So you actually do like it.
I give it a lot of grief. I've told Destiny this too. I don't actually hate it like as much as I go on, but it's just my least favorite. It is my least favorite Halloween, but I do still like it to an extent. Evil Brad was saying that's the thing. The first half of the film tries to be a remake, and in the last half hour they realized they made Freddy unlikable, so they threw in as many one-liners as possible. Yeah, it's at one point it's really just like back to back lines from previous films. And even like one from Freddy versus Jason, which we just saw. So like I think that was a little too recent to call back to. But let's see here. Okay, we're gonna get this started. So if somebody's not ready, let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna start in about 1 minute. Michael's just trying to kill off his family members, and you get in his way. Well, too bad. Well, he's not even just trying to kill off his family members, especially in 2018. He's just gonna kill mostly anybody.
Yeah, it's just like he has no motive. Like he is just simply evil.
Well, the one thing I'll say about that is I still don't agree with them erasing Halloween 2. He ultimately, at the end of the day, they're back against each other, facing each other again for kills, and whatever portion that ends, Jamie Lee Curtis is in. And I honestly think keeping the brother-sister aspect would have been better for me. I don't think it makes him more or less scary because he's still gonna kill everybody. Like it's not like he went. It's not like in H2O he came back and he's like, oh, I'm only gonna kill Laurie and John. Everyone else is safe. Like no, he did kill several people. Although he let that woman and her daughter go.
Yeah, that he definitely did.
Although he didn't kill the baby in 2018 either though.
Yeah, but gosh almighty, the first time I saw that in theaters, I literally thought I was like, oh my gosh, are they actually going to go this way?
Oh, this is before. Okay. And then I don't know why they had Rooney Mara in this. Okay. Notice Jackie, but a 5-foot Freddy is not intimidating. I just find his like him in human form, like the human version of Freddy in this movie, he just looks so intimidating and weaselly versus like Robert without his makeup on. He actually can kind of look scary, whereas Jackie just kind of looks like I don't know. He looks weird in this movie. He doesn't look threatening, I guess.
Yeah, and I can see that. And I do
like his glove. I like his glove a lot though in this movie.
Oh yeah.
This movie broke Wes Craven's heart. Yeah.
But at least he
how's
got
it going?
Scream
Nice to see you
4.
in the chat again.
What's up, Michelle?
Destiny, girls can have wet dreams. That one-liner is definitely in this movie. How can y'all hate Betty White Fluff? She's America's sweetheart, the national treasure. Who are we hating? For a second, I read that, and I just like quickly, I saw the B, and I was like, Betty Davis eyes? And then I saw Betty White Fluff, and I was like, oh.
Betty White Fluff. And plus ELE. Everybody love everybody.
Evil Brother says, I just hate that Platinum Dune's called Nightmare, the jewel in the horror crown, and threw this over to a director with zero feature film experience. Well, look what they did with Freddy vs. Jason. Ronnie Yu, I'm pretty sure he didn't see a movie in either franchise when he was hired to make that. And I don't know if he watched them at all during the making of Freddy vs. Jason. So it's like they don't exactly have a history of good ideas for directors.
Yeah, and he definitely didn't watch freaking any Friday the 13th movie because, oh my gosh, that Jason kills me.
I don't mind it, but I mean, like the pure disrespect in not having Kane Hodder back one last time is like unreal.
Oh, bad.
Not sure if it was a choice, but I hate Jackie's voice as Freddy. It just felt a little off to me. I don't mind it because they're never going to be exactly like Robert, but I think maybe going forward they should just maybe find the best Robert impersonator they can find. I don't know. The big struggle with the Nightmare franchise is replacing Freddy, because if he's too much unlike the original Freddy, then the only thing you do is wait 20 years and then reboot it, and then everyone's kind of moved on. Not everyone, but so people have kind of moved on. But I don't want to go 20 years without a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Oh gosh, that'd be bad, because like you got Mike Flanagan out there right now, and I think honestly he's the best fit.
Yeah, I heard that he had an idea for it, so I'm curious what I know that the people who have the rights right now were shopping different people's ideas, or people were shopping their ideas to them. So I'm curious to see what one they end up going with. Chris says, for someone who likes RZH2, you sure mention a lot. Well, like I said, I don't actually hate it, but I know it's fun to get some people riled up when they're talking about it. Okay, they should have done more with the micronauts. Had a great idea, but held back. Yeah, I agree. I guess it kind of makes sense that it was like towards the movie that it happens, because that's when they're the most exhausted. But yeah, that was definitely the best idea out of this movie for sure. I think they kind of like there was a little bit of that in like Nightmare 5 through like Jacob's Dreams in a way, but the way they do it in Nightmare 2010 was a lot better.
H2, for sure.
Chris says H2 to H7, the opening of H8, his motive is to kill his family and anyone who gets in the way. Yeah, he's not just gonna ignore the people that are there. If there's someone, like say if he goes into a room and there's 3 people and I don't know, one of his family members isn't there, he's probably going to kill those 3 people in the room, but he's not specifically going to the room to look for those 3 people. Like if he walks in and they're there, he'll kill them. But
you're like, just a little warm up here. All right, let's go.
Basically. Whereas, yeah, he was specifically coming for John because it was his 17th or 18th.
18th.
I think it was 17th. Is it the 18th? He has 18th.
I want to say 18th. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Lori was there as well. So he's like double whammy. And then in 2018, it's like, or not 2018, it's like, oh, well, he's not after her because he's his sister, but now she's going after him because she's angry. But now they're like probably going to in some way be going after each other. Well, they're going to be head to head for the next 2 movies. So I think my main issue is that I don't like that they removed all of that, like her experiences from Halloween 2 away from her, because that's like a whole other part of her trauma that she just loses. But,
and Desi said 17.
17? Okay. I thought I remember Carter said 17 on it.
Yeah, because she and Matt did this H2O stream last night, so they would know. So.
Yeah, I see what you mean here, Evil Brett. If it was only 18, I guess I could see what they were doing. But even then, it was just like she's like so traumatized by that like few minutes of her night that it would make sense that if Michael was after her literally for a whole other like several hours of the night where she actually sees people die in front of her and stuff. Like, I just really would buy that trauma.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Betty Davis Eyes. I know I listened to that song earlier actually. From what I understand, when Ronnie, it was a studio decision, wasn't specifically Ronnie Hughes, but it was stupid of just them in general to not have Kane Hodder in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Between Elijah Wood and Mike Flanagan, I hope Mike Flanagan gets it.
Yeah, me too.
Great thing about Robert's Freddy is the big, crazy, expensive eyes. Jackie had no emotion behind his eyes. Well, I think just because, I don't know about his eyes, but just the face, the weird look of the CGI in his face just doesn't quite do it. But I think Jackie himself does a good job. Why did Freddy kill Dean with a steak knife when Freddy has blades in his fucking glove? I don't know. Well, I think what it was is that he did kill him maybe with his glove, and then the steak knife was the visualization of it, but maybe not. I haven't seen this movie in forever.
Yeah, like I need to
Hey, Wolfman, how's
we
it
can give
going?
you a breakdown replay of that. So here in a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna be starting this movie, everybody. So get ready. We'll count backwards from. Usually I'll do 5, but I'll do 3 tonight. So I'll do 3, 2, 1, and I'll say play. So obviously play the movie on play. So everybody get ready. So let me reopen my remote app here. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
And let me know if you hear my sound bar.
For sure, me too. Actually, I know I gotta turn mine down a little bit. Second. Oh. It's crazy that we haven't had another Nightmare on Elm Street movie since this.
Oh shoot, that and freaking Friday the 13th and Halloween is just dominant. Like Halloween is dominating the horror screen, and right now Scream is trying to make a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
So, and even Child's Play is making a comeback.
Well, Friday it makes sense because they're stuck in that damn lawsuit. But Nightmare on Elm Street, it's been 11 years. Like, we could have had something in the last 11 years, and it's just crazy that we haven't had anything.
Mm-hmm.
I would have taken a sequel to this damn movie. It's crazy how only Halloween got the second, like, it got its sequel, and then Texas Chainsaw Massacre got a prequel, which was really good. But then, like, Friday, Nightmare, Child's Play, like, none of them have gotten a sequel. There's another one I'm forgetting off the top of my head too that I'm gonna kick myself for. But I suppose Grudge got 2 sequels and Rain got 2 sequels, but.
I think I'm hearing your movie, unless if that's me.
You might hear it a little bit. If it's a little bit, I'm not too worried about it.
Okay, as I didn't know what you wanted to do, so.
I'm just gonna get it down a little bit.
But you don't hear mine, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, you just let me know if, and I'll turn it down.
Yep.
Because we are just going through some credits right now. Children playing.
Isn't it because he was already holding the knife? Yeah, then he was holding the knife.
Yeah, see, that's what I remembered. But he was just holding the knife, and then Freddy could have used his glove, but he likes to toy with his victims too.
Well, it would make everyone think he killed himself even more too, versus having slash marks across, like 4 slash marks across his throat.
I think that's exactly why that was. And then Samuel Bayer directed this movie.
I literally opened the comment and then I said that, and then I looked down. Carlos says he had to make it look like Dean committed suicide since he was in front of people. Yeah, because if they did the 4 slashes, they'd be like, what?
Yeah, and people would be asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, this is another thing I do like about the movie though. I do like this intro.
Oh, this intro is great.
Not as good as the Friday the 13th intro in the reboot, but
oh shoot,
nothing
could beat that.
Yeah, well, it is like 20 minutes or something like that. It's very long, but it's great. How do y'all feel about Halloween Kills going to Peacock as well as theaters? It's not going to Peacock on the same day, is it?
No way.
I really hope that's not true.
No, if that's no way. Like I'll still go to a theater, but
I hope
like
there's
no
no way
way
to download
Peacock is.
Halloween.
There's no way Peacock would have already made a deal like that, or because they couldn't afford it.
I would hope they would not put Halloween Kills on streaming the same day it's in theaters, because that would be a horrible idea.
Sure, even Carlos said it is. What? This is news to me.
That's a terrible idea.
That is a horrible idea.
People are just going to download it now. That's terrible.
Way to go, ruining a good thing.
That makes me disappointed, because that's going to hurt Halloween's.
Yeah, see
Box
now
office.
even Destiny said it's confirmed. Wolfman
terrible.
confirmed. What's not terrible is
Hey,
this
Jonathan.
freaking flame right here.
Yeah. Oh, Keelan Lutz. Didn't even get a shirtless scene in this movie.
I kind of like like that weird like camera look right there.
Yeah.
Kind of like with the blurry, kind of like makes you envision like him being tired, like you are like really seeing how tired he is.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of having a micro nap by the time Freddy kills him almost. I mean, he's still kind of dreaming, but he's like his eyes are open and stuff. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre is still going on though. You mean going to Netflix?
Yeah,
you mean more movies? Yeah, yeah. Somehow Texas Chainsaw Massacre is managing to pump out all these turds, and we don't get a fucking Nightmare on Elm Street movie. At least we're getting really good Halloween movies, but like, why are we getting Texas Chainsaw 3D, Leatherface 2017, and whatever this seemingly balls movie that's going to Netflix is coming now? It's like, give us some good nightmares, or at least a bad one. Give us something.
Yeah, just give us something of the big three other than Michael, because I love Michael, but like, come on, where's the balance?
Oh no, I love Michael too, and I'm glad that they're getting this trilogy. I'm curious to see
and I love her.
Yeah, Katie Cassidy's amazing in whatever she's in. She should be the main character. Oh, I suppose they're both in the intro here, but Katie Cassidy has more main character. Final girl.
Oh, she just has the presence of a main character.
Yeah. What I was gonna say. I don't know. It just sucks that we're getting all these chainsaw movies when we can't get. Or no, I'm saying after Halloween Kills, like say Halloween Kills does really well and then Ends does really well. I'm curious if they're just gonna be like Halloween 5, not Halloween 5, but whatever, like Halloween Continues or something, Halloween Returns or something like that, and it just continues with that Michael. Or are they going to try to like reboot it or do a reboot like go back to Halloween 4, or you know what I mean? Like, I wonder what they're going to do after Ends, because I highly doubt. I think they'll make it look like Michael's dead probably by the end of Ends, but we all know he can come back.
Yeah, but I feel like they'll do a different story by then.
You think so?
Yeah, like after Ends, if they decide to do another like Halloween, which they will, I bet they'll go a completely different story.
But do you think they would reboot it or just use like the same Michael in a different story?
Oh no, I think they'll reboot it.
Yeah.
Again, it all really depends on how ends, but I feel like in Ends, I think he actually might get it. Which I know that's very ballsy to do, but I feel like it needs to be ballsy.
Depends on how he actually ends up dying, I guess, in Ends, if he dies at all.
Speaking of Scream, Kyle Gallner right there.
Yep.
Who's going to be in the new Scream movie in January.
He is?
Yeah, he's a part of the cast of Scream 5.
Wasn't he in Scream? No, I was thinking there's a guy in Scream 4 that looks like him. I was like, wasn't he in Scream 4?
Oh, you're talking about Charlie?
Yeah. No, not Charlie. His girlfriend.
Sorry, I was just remembering that line in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, for a second I was like, isn't that him? I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with Dewey, Sidney, and Gale in that movie, Scream 5.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great.
How many people are happy it's called Scream, I wonder? No one.
But, a while back, me, Brad, and Destiny did a video of talking about Scream 5. And I can't remember who talked about it. So just correct me. If we talked about like how it's okay, like where it's just called Scream, just because Scream is one of those franchises that it loves to poke fun of itself. So they were probably just making fun of like Halloween 18 and like and all those.
No, I definitely know what they're going for. It's not that. It's just I'm tired of getting movies that are called the same name as other movies. Just give it a subtitle. Give it a number. Like if Halloween was just called Halloween 2018, like that's what everyone calls it anyway. And it was literally taking place in 2018. It was a 40 years later movie, so like just call it Halloween 2018.
Right, and then again the main oh damn, there we go. But the main reason they do that too is just so they can get a newer audience.
He doesn't look half bad here.
No, he looked well. It's just he's covered in the dark.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
And of course, freaking Katie Cassidy with a gray screen.
Yes. It's such a shame she isn't Nancy, or at least I think I heard that she auditioned for Nancy or something like that. I don't know if that's the case.
Miss opportunity.
Let's see here. Brandon. Hey, Brandon, how's it going? Nice to see you in the chat again. You can't kill me. I'm gay. Yeah, that didn't work out too well for him.
No, Ghostface did not give a fuck.
Forever Purge had a theaters only release, but not Halloween Kills. They're gonna miss out on so much money because I just know people are gonna download that movie if it's available within the like an hour of coming out because it's on like Peacock or whatever the hell it is. A lot of people are just gonna be like, "Oh, when am I gonna watch this for free? Or am I gonna pay $20 at the theaters?"
Right. Like, here's what they should do. They should like at least a week let Halloween Kills have the theater, and then you can do Peacock. But
yeah, it should be at least a week in theaters and then streaming it. It should not be the same day. I don't agree with that.
I'll just be honest with you too. Just no streaming in general, because like I feel like this movie will really help like theater numbers.
Well, yeah, just look at what Shang-Chi did. Like, I mean, I'm sure it's an agreement they must have previously made, unless they made it within the last few days. But it's so stupid to have it go to streaming the same day as theaters.
Plus, Shang-Chi beat Ron Zombie's Halloween for the Labor Day weekend record.
Which it wouldn't have done, I bet, if it was available for everyone to download.
Exactly.
This Freddy can definitely do a versus film with Chucky, as they're both pretty much the same size. I mean, they beat Freddy they beat him pretty easily in this film once he's not in Dream. So,
but yeah, he's not really a fighter anyway.
Well, I mean, tell that to Robert Englund and Freddy versus Jason. He kicked Jason's ass in the real world.
Well, they had to make him fight there to at least have a shot with Jason.
He was kung fuing the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, how's it going, Slatterland Movie Podcast?
Nice what's up? That is Darren Sands, who controls that account out between him and Frank.
Well, I love how all you guys are here to like torture yourselves with this movie tonight. I guess we're watching it. So a lot of you guys probably aren't watching it, but thank you for joining us in our torture.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Josh, I'm not sure if you've heard the Slaughterland podcast before, but I highly suggest it. They're so entertaining and so knowledgeable. So they do a phenomenal job.
Well, I think this is the first time I've seen them in the chat, so I'm really glad they decided to join us tonight.
Awesome. And again, what better movie?
Yeah, what better one to join us for, right? They really said to Keelan, let's just ruffle your hair and stepped on the local cat and slept for half a week. I can't believe they didn't have him doing the scene shirtless. Like, that's usually why people hired Keelan Lutz. I'm looking more forward to Scream Kills and Scream Ends. Yeah, I'm curious what the Scream 6 and 7 are going to be like.
Yeah, or like, what are they going to call them? Yeah, so what are they going to call them if you're not going to call it Scream 5? Because you can't call it Scream 6 after just Scream.
This one should have just been like Scream Returns or Scream Again.
Actually, I think there's Scream Returns is actually a fan film.
I know, but I mean, if I'm sure if the big studio was like, we're calling it Scream Returns, they would just do it.
Oh, yeah. Like, they won't care.
But actually, I want to say that I love Nancy's mom in this movie. She's from American Horror Story. She's a great actress.
Yes. Oh, I loved her in Murder House.
Yeah. Surprised she hasn't really been back ever since Murder House.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will absolutely say I hate this scene
This
coming up.
CGI version of
Because what the original did with the practical effect, I'm like, come on, you're telling me you couldn't
Agreed,
recreate that practical effect that is so easy to do?
I know you think they just do it even better than like an even better version of that practical effect, but no, they're like, let's do CGI.
Yeah, exactly.
Tony Todd voicing Venom in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. The game?
Yeah, Kyle told me that earlier. I thought that was really interesting. Oh my gosh, that looks so bad.
Oh, that looks really bad.
Yeah, what they get wrong, they really get wrong.
I know Jonathan. Jonathan says Rooney Mara hated being in the movie so much she almost quit acting. Yeah, well, you can tell in her performance that she was doing a shit job. Like, why are you even in a famous horror franchise? Like, when you don't actually want to be in the fucking movie. Like, there's so many people that would love for this to be their chance to be in a movie, a Halloween, Friday 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever. And then you get it, and you're just like not trying at all. Like, honestly, I don't know. I don't want to say fuck you, Rooney Mara, but kind of.
Yeah, but in a way, kind of like Andy Manichek and being in the Halloween franchise, look what that did for her career.
Yeah, she's that's the complete difference though. She puts you can tell she's putting everything into being what's her face? I just forgot off the top of my head, but what's the granddaughter's name?
Oh, sorry, I was just looking at Chris saying breaking news. It's just again reconfirming the Peacock thing. Why?
Yeah, Chris. Unfortunately, a few people have said that, and I hate it. That's such a bad idea.
It's such a I'll be honest with you. In a way, it is kind of disrespecting Halloween Kills with all the hype and everything, and the theater experience.
It's just taken away from their box office, is what it's going to do.
It really is.
I'm actually I might do a video the day it comes out. Like, I'm gonna go on like Pirate Bay and this other website that I know of, and I'm gonna see how many times it was downloaded, and I'm gonna say, look how many times this was downloaded and how much money you lost. It's not that anyone from there is gonna watch it, but it's stupid. 1 a.m. in South Africa. Geez, Jonathan, you're always up late with us. I tried to do it early this time.
I do my best.
And it was Trivia Night coming soon on our channel.
Ooh. Shoot, Josh, you should play that.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Wait, NOS?
The trivia night of theirs. Like, you should play since you're doing the series.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Depends on when it is, I guess. Somebody else asked me to do 2 watch parties. I was like, I can do one. I have a lot going on in September and October.
Yeah, same here. Like next week, I got 3 live shows. I'm being on 3 people's channels.
Yeah, I mean, it's super fun. I love it, but it's just like that on top of my own, on top of now we're getting ready for October. Editing. October's gonna be so insanely busy. Like,
yeah, like even editing the Bond series to go on top of that too. It's just like, man, rough.
It's a lot of work.
Fun work, but still work.
Let's see here. I saw a comment I wanted to bring up for us, and I scrolled past it. Rooney Mara is an amazing actress, but yeah, she shouldn't have done this one. Yeah, I'm not saying she isn't, but for this movie, she was garbage because she didn't care about it and she didn't care about the movie. So, like, she should have just quit and let somebody who actually did care about this movie be Nancy, like Katie Cassidy.
Yeah, like, yeah. And let's start a hashtag right now. Hashtag Justice for Chris, KRIS.
I'm going to gather the Infinity Stones and I'm going to go back and I'm going to swap the actresses' roles.
Oh, okay. I will say this because I had a fan film idea where the horror fans got like a time machine to go back in time to fix up all the major mistakes in horror movie history. And I did include this.
You did?
Yeah, I included to fix the Nightmare remake of letting Katie Cassidy be Nancy.
That's the first one right there. That was from New Nightmare. Remember Me?
Oh, yeah.
When he opens the closet.
Mm-hmm.
That may not even be the first one, but that's the first one that stuck out to me because I can barely have it turned down so low. You probably hear it now, I would imagine. I turned it up slightly.
Mm-hmm. Or I haven't heard yours a whole lot. I got subtitles on my screen.
Okay. Brandon says, I don't hate the remake like some people. It just didn't reach its potential. It's better than Freddy's Dead for me. I have this ranked last in the Nightmare franchise. I can have fun with Freddy's Dead. It's got Robert Englund and some decent backstory for Freddy, but I don't know. This isn't like one of the worst movies of all time or worst horror movies of all time or anything like that. Definitely not. But
oh, absolutely not. I can name a lot worse movies.
Yeah, there's a lot worse movies than this for sure. Like Jeepers Creepers 3, and even that I don't think it's like the worst of all time. So, and then we have great movies like I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
Right, and see, and I like this scene right here too.
This is great when she's trying to she's like, don't fall asleep or whatever she says, and then everyone turns to ash. Like that's really good.
Everyone turns to ash, and there's Freddy with the dude. I hate chalkboard. Like anything with a chalkboard, I hate it. It makes my skin crawl. But when he freaking see,
Right,
I can already.
I'm not ready to lose Katie Cassidy.
We're getting close.
No. So she's basically Tina.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name in this movie?
Oh, see, I love the book thing right there.
Yeah.
Say that again.
What's her name in this movie? Do you remember?
Who? Katie Cassidy.
Yeah.
Chris. KRIS. Oh, see.
When he's in the shadow,
I hate noises like that. Yeah, they should have just kept him in the shadow in the entire movie.
Trying to listen for lines. Chris.
Mm-hmm. See, I like this shot right there. It's just when he gets to the light, that's where people have a problem.
Mm-hmm. Like right here, he looks terrible.
Mm-hmm. And plus, they showed it way too early too. They could have wait to the second half of the movie before they actually showed his face.
Yeah. Oh my god, he looks so bad up close. I also hate that they have this guy with the short black hair as the bad boy character. He's like this scrawny little thing, and he doesn't at all look like the character he's playing. I didn't buy him in that role at all. He was in the Terminator, the John Connor Chronicle, or the Sarah Connor Chronicles at the time, which is a great show.
Oh, he played the show? I thought he played in the third movie.
No, he was in the show, the TV show. He was John Connor in the TV show. And it was a great show, but he is not the big bully character by any means.
Right.
Or the big tough guy character.
And see, and they just show that main shot of Chris right there running through the hallway, treating her like a main character, and then all of a sudden, whoop, we're going to sweep the rug off you right there. She's not the main character, and that's what just really pissed a lot of people off.
Well, the thing is, though, we already know she's not the main character because we know Nancy. If you say you're going to this movie, you haven't seen any of the Nightmare movies before, sure. But if you know, you've watched the first one, you know who Nancy is. Rooney Mara's character is called Nancy, so you know that she's the main character as soon as her name's said, basically.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you know this isn't Nancy, you know she's got to bite it, basically.
Yeah, but with the remake, you know how they take some of the stuff of the original and just twist it into make it their own unique thing. I thought when I first watched this, I thought that's what they did. It's hey, Nancy's in it, but she's not our girl. We're doing something completely different with a new character. But nope, I was so wrong.
It's funny because she has so much more you just feel her presence on screen so much more than you do when it switches over to Nancy being the lead.
Oh, and every time I've seen her so far, she just looks so dull.
Yeah, she's kind of a bland looking lead for sure. Slaughtered Lamb says a year ago we were talking about kills on IMAX. Now we're talking about watching it on TV. Yeah, and you're gonna lose so much too. The experience of being in theaters and seeing a Halloween movie is so much more than just being at home and watching it on. Maybe you have a big TV, but I don't know. It's not the same watching it at home.
Well, it's just, and you're also enjoying it with other people who are just as passionate as you are about the movie, and you're all just hanging out, having a good time watching an icon kill people on screen.
Yeah. Evil Brett says he had people talk all throughout Candyman, so he's very anxious about having kills fucked with. Having Halloween kills fucked with idiots. I'm going to have to catch his 11 a.m. showing if I have one. See, when I went and saw 2018, it was an experience. Everyone was yeah, everyone was freaking out at different like all the same stuff. Like everyone, it's like a big theater experience. But yeah, when I went to was it Candyman? No, it's when I was in Shang-Chi. I was with like a group of friends, and my friend at the end of the row was like talk through a bunch of the movie, and I was like, I wanted to be the one to be like, shh, but I knew they wouldn't listen to me, so I was just like, I'll just let somebody else tell them to be quiet if it gets to that point.
But no, freaking Halloween 2018 was my second favorite movie experience of all time. So like that's why again we need the theater, and I was so heartbroken they took away the IMAX experience because I feel like that really could have made a difference.
Well, can you imagine if Halloween Kills was premiering in theaters alongside Venom while also on Peacock? Like it would have just killed it.
Oh yeah, because they'll be like, "Oh, I'll just watch Halloween Kills at home if I'll go out and see Venom."
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Or if Venom was downloadable, they would have just downloaded them both.
Exactly.
Yes, I know. I've got the breed written down. What parent in their right minds would keep their child's molestation closed after such a horrendous event? Why the fuck would you want to be reminded of that? Yeah, why would you keep like any of that stuff?
Yeah, I would burn that.
Wolfman says this scare timbre and what I have planned in October will kill me. Yeah, a lot of us are going to be feeling dead after October.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, we all should just take a break on November. Like we're going vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you know that was? I'm sorry, but that would be so cool. We all do our big things in October. Then November, we all just meet up at vacation spot and all hang out.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh, Slaughter Lamb says Peacock decision will help justify the inevitably lower box office. It's going to help lower that much is for sure. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I see what you mean for sure. Chad, again, fuck this film.
But again, it's Peacock, foe.
Yes, why isn't it on like for Christ's sakes? At least sell it to like Crave or HBO Max or something. Why the hell is it on Peacock?
Yeah, it's just like it's weird. Or Paramount Plus, or like just it's weird.
Wait, what's underrated like Final Girls? The Breed? Okay, if you're comparing it to Final Girls, that's some serious business right there. You better be sure about that one. I love how if they want to give a character an edgy trait, they just stick them in a Joy Division shirt. Yeah, like he's supposed to be like this edgy bad boy, and he is not that actor for that. Justice for Chris. 100%. This is terrible. I don't want this to happen. What is this? Brett, you're not changing my mind about this movie. No, just kidding. It's so far, it's not like absolutely horrible, but it is the second half where there's a lot of like one-liners from other movies.
Mm-hmm. See, we're already getting like that, kind of like a homage to the original right here a little bit for when Tina exited the house.
Can you hear my thunder in the background?
I don't hear anything.
Whoa, I'm getting a big blast of thunder right now. It's kind of crazy.
As long as the power don't go out.
Imagine. I didn't even think about that. It's like I'm surprised you can't hear it.
I'm sorry. Like she's so damn beautiful. Why is she not the final girl?
She's just such she's just such a great actress. Like they could have easily just dyed her hair brown and she could have been Nancy.
Mm-hmm. See, I love that shot right there with just a little bit of the light on the claws of the blood.
Yeah, anytime they don't like, it's just showing him talking and like his body and his claws. It's great, but I'm gonna say great. It's good.
As soon as they do the close up in the light, it.
Yeah, as soon as they show his face, it's like, oof. Did anyone see the 2 teasers for I Know What You Did Last Summer? I think I saw one of them. I don't know if I need to see too much because they're just retelling the movie anyway, and I already plan to watch it. But I don't want to see too much. Like I went into Shang-Chi without even seeing the trailer, and it was such a great experience. I watched Final Girls in August for the first time without even watching the trailer, and it was such a great experience. So I'm gonna try to maybe not watch it. Like if I'm not covering a trailer on the channel, I might just not watch trailers if I know I'm already going to the movie.
Right.
Oh, Chris is meant to be a nod to Kristen. Is that true? They should have just called her Kristen. That would have been great. Although we would have had Kristen die all over again, I guess. But
unfortunately. Oh, don't.
This is so bad. That little zoom in right there.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. But like just the claws on that chalkboard. Oh,
Oh, Brett. Oh no.
worst movie is yeah.
Oh no, Brett. I have bad news. Can you hear me,
Wait,
Brett?
got news? Hello?
Hello. We're losing you, Brett. You're getting choppy.
No, dang it.
Worst movies I'll always know is You Last Summer. Yeah, that is the worst one in the trilogy, but I actually do like the movie.
Can you hear me
Director.
still?
I can kind of hear you. Yeah.
Okay, here, let me just leave and go back in real quick.
Yeah, just leave and
because
pop
I
back in.
can't. My heart can't take this.
How long did they wait to show Robert's face in the original Nightmare? It was a while, wasn't it? It was like it was towards the end, or like you saw like little, like you saw like this part of his face, I think, but I don't know if you saw his full face until later. I kind of forget. It's so bright. Found you. I better turn this down. You could definitely hear this. I do like this kill, how it's kind of like a nod to, not a nod, it is Tina's kill from the original movie. But it's, I guess they didn't quite throw her around the room like this. It's a little more violent, but bam! The slashes are good in this, but I think I like the original where the shirt is ripped open. You actually see the claws drag down her chest. Oh, there we go, Brett. Sorry, man.
It's okay. Is it over?
Her getting slashed? Yeah, unfortunately. We lost our girl. It's funny because, like, in the original movie, Nancy definitely has, like, more star power than Tina. But in this movie, Chris has, like, way more, maybe not star power, but way more screen presence than Rooney Mara does in this movie. And we lose her so soon.
Oh, dude, hands down, it wasn't even close, and I bet you $1,000,000 that was not their attention at all.
Chris' death recreation scene is absolutely laughable. I think I was kind of chuckling a little bit when she was bouncing around the room. I do like the drug up the wall better. And the kill in New Nightmare is also better than the one in this, where they drag Julie up the wall and Freddy's like, "You ever play Skin the Cat?" Like I like that scene a lot. Halloween 2018 was one of the greatest theater experiences of my life. It'll be a shame I won't get that experience with Halloween Kills. Are you not going to go see it in theaters? There's no way I'm not seeing it in theaters.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
I
feel like it's an injustice if you don't go see it in theaters.
Just think, like, this is your one shot to see it in theaters. Like there's not gonna, like, even if you see it like in a re-release later on, there's just something magical about getting to see one of these big horror franchises in theaters, like on their first run. Like we can't go back and see Halloween 1 through Resurrection. I'm sure some of you have seen those movies in theaters. I didn't get to see those movies. My first ones were the Rob Zombie ones, but it's just, I couldn't, like, Candyman, I could not miss up an opportunity to see Candyman as one of the big horror franchises that it is. Like, even if I knew it was going to be bad, I still would have went and saw it, and it wasn't bad. It was good.
Plus, like, it's like you never know whether it's going to be like your last chance. Like, for example, like this new Candyman remake. What if they don't make another Candyman ever again in your lifetime? Like, you missed out on which I doubt it. I bet it did so well enough that they're probably going to do another one. I think so too.
I hope they don't call it Candyman 2 though, because it's actually Candyman 2 itself. Evil Brett says, "No, I still had it during Halloween 2018. We saw the earliest showing. I had to yell to someone to shut up." Wow, that's unfortunate.
I'm like, people are like really bad at like behaving in the theater like they're supposed to nowadays.
Evil Brett says, "Oh my God, you're so right with the clothes. At least if they found it in the police station, if Nancy still had a cop, it would have made sense." Or cop dad, it would have made sense. I forgot that she doesn't have a cop dad in this movie.
Is there even a dad in this movie?
I don't think there is. That's weird. He was kind of a big part of the original.
Oh, huge part. Like, even bigger than the mother in the original.
Oh, definitely, yeah. have to change the title of Halloween Killed. I really hope it does okay. I mean, they're gonna make ends regardless, but I don't want Halloween Kills to underperform. And I hate that it's getting bombed with the reviews right now because it's like dummies that don't actually watch horror movies that are reviewing it.
Yeah, me and Brad and our buddy Chris, we did a video. We released a video this morning, like reacting to the critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and those Rotten scores, like their thoughts and their sayings, actually gets me more excited about the movie, just because they're more like, "Oh, those are positive. Why are they negatives in your opinion?" Like, we need more horror critics that love the horror genre.
Yeah, it's ridiculous that you can't just send somebody in who doesn't give a shit about horror movies to review a horror movie. Like,
yeah, it's terrible.
Only reason Kills isn't releasing in IMAX is because Venom, Bond, and Dune already are playing in IMAX. You can only have a few of those. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate for Halloween. I don't have an IMAX, or actually, I do have a IMAX theater here, but it's I don't know if they would have put Kills in it or not.
Yeah, and my local theater is called Big D, which
Peacock is owned by Universal. Peacock has 54 million subscribers. I know, but the second it goes up on Peacock, it'll be available to download on torrent sites. Is my issue.
Yeah, and just like giving that availability where people don't have to pay as much, like like a $5 subscription on Peacock to watch Halloween Kills versus $20 in theaters.
Yeah, if it's not premium access like Disney Plus and stuff, then yeah, they're just gonna. I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. Sorry, but Freddy doesn't kill animals. He uses dogs to piss on him and resurrect him. He's not a total monster. Yeah, I mean, it did happen. Chad should learn to express his true feelings for a movie. He holds back a little too much. I know he's so quiet about how he feels about things.
Well, he is practicing to be a certain horror icon in a fan film, so I think he's just trying to, live the character.
Oh, I'm trying to Freddy. I'm not being like, how did it happen? Like, I understand why it's happening. I just think it's a stupid idea because they're going to lose money.
Yeah, and then right there, because Paramount owns Peacock, why is it not on Paramount Plus? So it's just like,
what the hell is Peacock?
Again, it's a streaming service with TV shows and movies.
No, I know, but I don't know. Do you have Peacock?
I used to have it. I only had it when I was just only using it to watch WrestleMania back in April.
Okay.
And with a free trial, and I just easily got rid of it.
Well, what's to stop people from getting a free trial and watching Halloween Kills and then?
Dude, if that were the case, and here's another thing too, doing it like streaming wise too. So many people will be watching it. I bet you they have crashes.
Yeah, probably.
Or what if your internet connection's not strong and it's just freaking buffering throughout the entire movie and it just really ruins the flow?
Isn't that the only time the jump rope song is in the field? Honestly, I missed it if they did the jump rope song. I'm okay with it only being in the movie once. I don't think you have to do the jump rope multiple times per movie. In my opinion, anyway. I think once is fine if they did it. I'm surprised y'all didn't go on vacation after the big Friday the 13th series. I loved it and appreciate everyone who participated, but knowing it had to be exhausting. Yeah, I didn't participate in reviewing all the Friday the 13th because I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass, and nobody asked me, but I
asked you
to review all the movies.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, you were the that was bad.
Did you? I know you asked me about the big thing at the end.
Yeah, like I definitely asked you for that just because we were like getting to know each other a lot better. But like really what I was like first new like to your channel and getting to know you, I did ask you like if you had any interest in doing a review series on them. I think you said you were going to hold off.
Yeah, maybe I said no because I wanted to wait until there was like a big Friday 13th thing going on, like a movie or something.
Right. I think that's what you said too. So that's why I didn't ask you again, just because I respected it.
Yeah, it's just I like to usually do things around the time I release. Like I'll probably do like something coming out. Like I'm going to do Scream stuff around the time of the new Scream movie kind of thing. But I'll probably do a Nightmare on Elm Street ranking after I'm done these since we watched them all. But normally I wouldn't release something like that until there was like a new something to do with Nightmare on Elm Street coming.
Right.
And also, now I'm even thinking about it, like, fuck, I don't want to review 12 or like Friday the 13th movies until I have to, even though I really like them. It's just, especially with the way I do them, it's so much work. Like I burnt myself out with Wrong Turn, but Wrong Turn's definitely not as good as Friday the 13th.
Oh no, not as close. I'm about to hear one of my favorite lines of the movie right here. Oh, we still got a little bit in, but it's like this scene in particular has one of my favorite Freddy lines.
Let's see here.
I do not like that.
Oh, the dragon.
Yeah, like it, like really shit. Like in the original, they just casually did it, but like that's just like overdoing it a little bit.
I don't mind. Something's not showing his face. I don't mind really what they're doing.
Right.
Just,
Oh
like,
yeah.
they're like close up, like right there when he's just far off and it's like a silhouette. That's all good. This reminds me of Freddy vs. Jason a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That scene where the girl from Ginger Snaps is running around.
Kristen is Isabel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet. That was the line.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really like that line.
Then does he slash him from? I kind of forget. I remember him like getting slashed, and then he's like, "Oh, he still got a few minutes to play or whatever."
Yeah, I think like he'll do a certain turn and he'll.
Oh yeah. I don't know how I felt about that kill.
No, like, do you know how freaking strong he has to be?
Well, I'm not even worried about that. It's just it was a little like I don't know. It was like something Jason would do, punching through somebody's body.
Right. But I would say probably in the dream world, he is probably a lot stronger.
Chris flying around like 1970s kung fu wire work is never not hilarious. Yeah, it is. It's a little more brutal because they're slamming her around, but at the same time, it is funny watching her be like whack.
Oh my gosh! Dave McRae's about to go live talking about the Peacock situation. Oh, good night, Jonathan.
Oh, hey, Tommy Click, how's it going? Good to have you in the chat.
What's up, Tommy?
We'll have to do an episode of Freddy Nightmares for Tommy Click or something sometime. I know he's a big Freddy Nightmares fan.
Awesome.
Brett's getting choppy because he loves this dumpster fire. I mean, hey. Chris is selling it, though. She has such a great scream. Yeah. Katie Cassidy is very good.
Oh yeah, just anything she's in, she's really good. And I almost really call her the female Sean Bean.
Yeah,
because Sean Bean dies in everything, and it's like almost Katie Cassidy dies in everything.
Yeah, she was on Supernatural, and I think she died in that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon says it's underwhelming because the set was spinning during Tina's death. Yeah, the way they did Tina's death in the original was really great.
Oh yeah.
Kyle says he's seeing Halloween Kills in theaters. There's no way I'm not seeing Halloween Kills in theaters.
Yeah, like I'm going Thursday to my best theater I can get access to. Middle row, middle of the theater where I get all the equal sound systems.
Yeah.
Going to be the best experience ever.
Yeah, I can't wait. Tommy Click, Friday Nightmare Season 2, Episode 11. What happens in that episode, Tommy Click? No, I'm seeing Halloween Kills in theaters and dope, but I'm saying it's not going to be packed, but it'll be the same experience as 2018 now because of the dumbass decision. Yeah, I think anyone who, obviously if there's certain reasons like COVID, this and that you can't go, I understand, but like I think anybody who's like a real like fan of horror movies and Halloween and all that is gonna go see it in theaters when they have the option to, unless it's like a money issue or a COVID issue. I just don't see anyone being like, not gonna go see Kills in theaters when I have the chance.
Right. And,
except for the people who are like, whatever, I'm gonna download it anyway, but shouldn't do that.
And that scene right there with Kyle Gallner explaining the whole situation of like you could just like stay awake for so long that you eventually start dreaming while awake.
Yeah.
I love that little explanation they threw in there because it plays to a bigger factor later on in the movie.
It's hard for me to hear everything they're saying because I have it turned down so low so it doesn't come over the speaker. But
yeah, that's why subtitles are my friend and these kind of watch-alongs.
Yeah, my copy does not have this downloaded copy. Does not have
damn, that sucks.
Yeah. Toronto Freddy. I met Sean from Phantom Empire at TIFF Halloween 2018 premiere. I didn't like the movie very much. The experience was worth it. Oh, you didn't like 2018? Interesting.
There's some opinions out there.
Hello, Josh and Brett. Man, damn notifications are horrible on YouTube these days. Ignore critic reviews is my #1 rule. Yeah, the audience reviews are going to be the true score for Halloween Kills.
Yeah, even though I explained in our video that on IMDb right now, you can actually vote for Halloween Kills. You can easily put on there 10 out of 10 and not seen the movie.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even still trust it then.
Yeah, it's true. It's I don't know. I think it's going to be a good movie. I doubt that they followed up 2018 with a resurrection, but imagine if they did. Is this like really bad?
Gosh. Chad will be over the moon.
Yeah, that's true. Chad will be happy. I agree, Brett. With more, we need more legitimate film critics that love horror. Yeah, people like horror movie people should be reviewing horror movies. Like everyone doesn't like I can't just take my mother and show her like a random really good horror movie and expect her to be like, oh my god, that was so good. You know, like it has to. I don't know. It has to be somebody who actually likes horror movies in order to appreciate what's going on in it versus somebody who just likes random like Marvel movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or people who like hoity-toity Oscar movies that people only watch once.
And that could have been Katie Cassidy in the bathtub right there, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
Just saying.
Those negative critic reviews only make me know I'll love it even more than I think it will. Well, yeah, they're just like complaining about violence and gore, and it's like, hello, that's what happens in a Halloween movie.
Like, it's called Halloween Kills. What do you want?
Yeah.
Recreating this scene.
Yeah, those critics bashing Halloween Kills are literally criticizing Doom because it feels incomplete when it's literally just the first half of the novel. These critics need to grow up. Yeah, I haven't read any of the reviews because I don't want to know anything more than about Kills than I already do. But I don't know. People just got to form their own opinions. I don't know why they released it so early somewhere else. It should have been like a week or two before in October. Because now everyone's going to know what happens probably. But Wham fans loved Freddy Krueger and Friday Nightmare Season 2, Episode 11. I'm definitely a Wham fan. We watched the movie. It's a great channel.
Oh, such a good channel.
Mike and Jay are great guys.
I like this scene right here where it's snowing in the room.
Yeah. I think that it's here where we get a couple lines from other movies.
Oh gosh.
If things work out, I may go see Halloween Kills. My friend won't go till after the movie has been out for a week, so after it's open, so hopefully it won't be too crazy. I mean, I don't know about where you guys, how your theaters are, but our theaters here, they have spaces in between them anyway. Like nobody can really sit down next to you unless it's somebody in your group. So I don't feel that worried about going to the movie theater. I'm vaccinated anyway, but I understand wanting to wait and not wanting to be around a big crowd. I know some places are already taking Candyman out of theaters, which is crazy.
Yeah, which pretty quick, and I was surprised by that move right there.
Oh, Universal owns Peacock, not Paramount.
Oh, okay. You know what? That makes all the sense in the world now.
My theater is Big D2. That's the name of your theater?
Well, no, that's the name of like our kind of like our version of IMAX.
Big
with
D.
the Dolby. Yeah, it's AMC. I'm not sure what they were thinking.
I think I know exactly what they were thinking.
Oh God.
Miss Carter, Josh, you were involved as a guest in a couple of watch-alongs. As far as I'm concerned, that counts. That's true. I was in like Friday 2, 6, and 7. I don't know if it was just those ones. I kind of forget. I was in at least 3 watch-alongs, and plus I hosted the Friday the 13th ranking thing.
Yes, which I thought that was a major success.
Yeah, that was really fun. We'll definitely have to do one for Halloween too.
Oh gosh, that would be crazy.
God, I'm so far behind in comments. No, not too bad. But I was worse off than I was. Let's see here. Oh, you're gonna be doing Jeepers Creepers tonight.
Okay, and that's a good one. Jeepers Creepers, I believe, celebrated. I should know this because I would freaking do a show on it. August, Jeepers Creepers celebrated its anniversary. 20 years.
I'm really glad that the new one has finally gotten rid of the director, so people can. I know some people weren't allowing themselves to even watch or enjoy the Jeepers Creepers movie because that director was involved. But now that he's separated from the franchise, you can enjoy the new movie. You can enjoy the character because I really do like the Creeper. I think he's a good horror character.
Oh yeah, and my quick thought on it is, he is a piece of shit. Absolutely, he is. But I'm one of those where I can actually separate like the artist and the personality. Like, yes, piece of shit, but he is a very good director, and he did a really good job with those 2 Jeepers Creepers movies.
Yeah, especially the first 2. I really enjoy Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2.
And then we don't talk about the third one.
I gotta rewatch it. I've only seen it once. I actually I barely remember it at all. I remember the couple had no chemistry.
It's worse than I'll always know.
Ooh.
It's worse.
But we love that movie, Brett.
Do we, Josh?
I think so. I remember you saying you liked it at the end.
I say I liked it a lot better, but that's but it was going from like a 0.5 to a point, or for a 1.25.
I think you gave it a 1.75. I don't know.
I very well could, but those were the claws talking.
That's true. Do you have any drinks going on tonight?
I'm going to like a big party tomorrow, and I was going to get some free dinner, so I decided to do my Chick-fil-A Friday today. So I got some Chick-fil-A.
I don't think we have that here.
Dude, Chick-fil-A is what we call God's fast food restaurant.
Yeah, my friend Derek, he lives in South Carolina. He was having like nuggets and fries the other day, and he was calling them godly.
Oh, dude, that is so it's so good. Like, if you ever come down to Tennessee, I will easily buy you a Chick-fil-A meal.
All right, you'll have to take me there.
Plus, we're the volunteer state. We volunteer. Like to have anybody have a good time.
I'll hold you to it. You're like, damn it.
Yes, like, damn it. Hopefully, he doesn't come now.
We have.
I'm just kidding. No, and here's the thing too, with this actor right here, like, he looks the part of what they were trying to sell in this story.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Like, because if they were like doing a more lighthearted one, they would have gotten somebody completely different. I
really wish it had been that they were lying or they were wrong and that he was seeking revenge on them for that versus what it actually is. I just feel like that would have been such a better direction to take it. Like, having him have been a good guy that was lynched or whatever and killed because the kids lied, and then he's seeking revenge on the kids as a dream demon. Like, I think that would have been such a better way to take the story versus him just being a diddler.
So, like, in a way, kind of like a different version of Candyman.
Yeah, in a way. I don't remember if I was talking. I think I was talking with you about this, but Candyman reminds me so much of like a Grudge ghost. How he's created in a horrible circumstance and a fit of like kind of rage and stuff like that. I like that he's like a similar kind of ghost to them. Toronto Freddy says the bathtub scene makes absolutely no sense in this film. It's literally a member berry. Yeah, it is just a throwback to the original scene.
Yeah, that's all that was there for. Like, I don't mind when they do that, but they need
Crank
to
up.
like casually do that versus just like force it in there.
Yeah. I like how Child's Play and Friday the 13th did their reboots where there were nods to other movie, but the whole story was basically an original story. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
trying to do the same thing from like the original. And I didn't mind that Halloween. I don't either want it to be like a newer version of the story that's a little bit different, or I want it to be completely different. I don't want it to be like a half and half, like a halfway. Like, remember all this stuff, and then here's a few little new things. Like, I would rather
See,
do
that's
that.
what like Halloween 2018 pretty much was. It's
Well,
like it was telling it. It was like telling this story while also going, "Hey, you remember this bathroom scene from H2O, or do you remember this? Do you remember that?"
I don't find it's as bad as this.
Oh no,
movie and a
I
lot of the other
agree.
ones. I hope that guy was guilty of whatever crime he committed in the cell with Jesse because he was fucked down for sure. Well, I mean, it depends. I'm curious on how with the Freddy rules in this one. Like, if that cellmate is scared, is Freddy? I suppose he doesn't know about Freddy specifically, so Freddy probably can't get him. But Halloween Kills would be the first time seeing any of the big three franchises in theaters. Can't believe I'm actually getting excited for a Halloween movie. Get excited, Miss Carter. Get hyped.
Get
Halloween
jacked.
Kills.
Get jacked.
You cannot judge a good wine if you hate alcohol and don't drink. Same with critics who don't like horror movies. Exactly. Like if you're not a horror movie fan, I don't think you should be judging whether a horror movie is good or not.
Exactly. Even if it's your job to do that, I would be like, get someone else to do that.
There's a huge difference between being like a fan of, like I said, Marvel movies or Oscar-like movies and being a fan of horror. Like it's not the same. They're not the same kind of movie, obviously. I mean, they know that, but I think you need to judge a horror movie. You have to have an appreciation for horror. I think to accurately assess it.
Oh, you definitely got to.
I saw the reboots of Halloween in theater. I wasn't able to see Friday the 13th or Nightmare. I was able to see all of basically every reboot that's come out in theaters I've seen, and my favorite is still the first, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're so lucky. Again, I didn't get started on the horror genre until 2015.
It's pretty close though.
So like I'm actually very close to being 6 years as a horror fan.
Okay, I was in grade 6 when I became a horror fan, so I would have been like 11, I think. So I've been a horror fan for like 18 years, I guess.
So like 25 with me, and the reason it took me so long because I was kind of a little bit of what we call a wuss, and plus I just had like a bad opinion on the horror genre in general, which I was so wrong, and I'm glad to be wrong because like my main thing was they don't care about telling good stories; that all they care about is just like scaring you, going whoo. Like on all that, but there's so many great horror movies with great stories, so I was so glad to be wrong on that.
This is me talking about like the good story. This is one part of this movie that I find is good in the story is the flashback to him getting killed by the parents, because they really didn't show that much of that in the original Nightmare series until we got to Freddy versus Jason, and they showed it at the beginning of that movie. But I like that they do it here.
Oh yeah, and plus I like it where it's dark too. Again, like lighting, man.
Lincoln says, I don't get how critics hate horror movies for violence, but love Quentin Tarantino movies. I love both, so it's a win-win for me. Yeah, I don't know. People who aren't a fan of violent movies shouldn't be reviewing ultra-violent movies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially if you know that it's going to be violent. Like,
it's like if Halloween comes out and your complaint is it's violent, there's gore. It's like, so it's a 10 out of 10 is what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. So I was like, hey, sounds like my kind of party.
Yeah. So silly. Red Rusty says about I'll always know what you did last summer. So I did buy Jeepers 3 theatrical version. Jeepers 3 didn't go to theaters, did it? Is it called? It must just be called.
No, it Jeepers Creepers 3 went straight to sci-fi for its original debut.
Yeah, I definitely like I'll Always Know. I've only saw Jeepers Creepers 3 once, so I definitely need to rewatch it.
Don't do it.
We're doing them on the channel, Brett. It's decided.
Fine.
No, just kidding. Have you ever had a Farmer's Boy burger? Good real.
I have not, but that sounds absolutely delicious. A weird burger place we have up like 20 miles away from me is called Booyah.
Booyah.
Where it's burgers, fries, and shakes. And I actually do want to try it because I'm a sucker for those kind of places with unique names.
Yeah, I like the name.
I think there's the OFA or the origin of the sweater.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Where are the Dream Demons?
The Dream Warriors.
Trying to phrase this. I've been a horror fan since I was 7, so 1985. I'm jealous that you got to grow up in the 80s with all those movies. I would have loved to have been watching those movies in the theaters.
The golden era.
Yeah, 80s is definitely the golden era. There's good horror in the 70s, but the 80s is like horror, like you said, the golden era.
Yeah, like 70s horror is all about how dark can we go before we just like, hey, you can't play that in theaters.
I suppose, but like Chainsaw had barely any blood. Black Christmas had barely any blood. Halloween had barely any blood. But they're all great.
Yeah, but like Texas Chainsaw Massacre was like really brutal. Black Christmas, they had the thing about the abortion and all that, and then you had the Last House on the Left, huh?
I forgot about the abortion part. And
that plays a part in it.
Although it didn't happen, as we know from It's Me, Billy.
Yeah, I know. Which great job, incorporating that in the story. And then you got Last House on the Left, which oh my gosh, it was so dark. So like that's. And then of course we got freaking Halloween in '78, who busted down the damn door of the horror genre.
Yeah. It's really funny that. Oh.
Sorry, is that guy freaking and
Disturbia?
Disturbia and the Friday the 13th remake.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
dude,
funny.
Shoot the boot.
That's funny. 1 year apart too.
Oh, dude, I know. I didn't realize that until now.
Brandon says, I became a horror fan in elementary school, reading Goosebumps and watching Are You Afraid of the Dark. Yeah, I definitely used to watch that or read that stuff when I was younger. When I really like my horror love exploded when I was in grade 6, like horror movies. But yeah, I definitely used to read. I used to read Goosebumps, used to watch Goosebumps, used to watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? And I still watched horror films when I was younger. I just was probably more freaked out of them than loved them.
Yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark was my jam back on Nickelodeon. Like, that's the only reason I watched Nickelodeon and just Nickelodeon Guts.
And I forget what channel. I think it was on YTV here, and that theme song was just so creepy. Like that theme.
Oh, it's just the intro in general, man. Yeah. And just like where you like the match and it's the name, and then this so beautiful. Have you seen the newer one, Are You Afraid of the Dark?
The show?
Yeah, like they came out with like a limited time thing of Are You Afraid of the Dark, like last year, I think. I
think I watched an episode or two. I didn't see all of it though. Ooh.
Oh man, don't fall asleep.
Oh God, Freddy's gonna get me. Nah, Freddy and I are cool.
Oh, really? Did y'all have barbecue?
Yeah, we worked it out. We're all good. Heather says, same Brandon, loved Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark, then got into Buffy. Yeah, well, Buffy was my jam as a young kid. Like, I watched Buffy as it aired on TV, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer was very formative for me in my youth. Like, I really loved Buffy, and I almost felt like she was like my sister or something. Like, I loved her so much. She's amazing, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is amazing. And I'm rewatching Buffy and Angel with my friend right now. And no spoilers for Angel, please, if you've watched it. But Ooh, little nod to Tina's being dragged in the bag.
Oh, why did they
Okay,
gotta treat my
Cassidy.
girl like that?
Ugh.
Oh, okay, that's creepy.
But Brett, you got to watch Buffy, is what I'm saying.
See, I was writing it down on my imaginary list right here, Buffy, because freaking Chris has been telling me to watch Buffy too.
It's amazing.
Plus, I
even
love
today-
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
What?
I love Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, I love her too. It's still so relevant today too. Watching through it and certain things they're talking about and jokes they're making, I was surprised at how current their stuff still was for being a show from like the 90s, early 2000s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's that pretty much most of everybody's favorite scene.
Yeah. Freddy, where is his fucking glove and fedora? What the fuck? Okay, yeah, let's actually watch this scene. Like, I'll put the comments on hold for a second because this scene in the store is so good. This is my favorite thing in the whole movie for sure. I'm gonna turn it up.
Mm-hmm.
Copyright be damned.
Plus, this was just such a great idea too for them to do in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Yeah, it's a really great idea and it's perfect execution.
Oh, perfectly executed. Like, this is like the big thing they got right.
Yeah. She should have been out of the car when he did that, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
it's the first time we've ever seen Freddy do something like that too, like ripping a car door off. And if they're making him do Jason shit in this one.
Yeah, and that's not the type of character he is to the big three.
He would his glove would come up out of the back seat or something like that. Or out of the stereo.
Or like kind of like in New Nightmare coming from the seat.
Yeah.
See that's like one of those casual things you can do, like to say, hey, you remember from this scene, but it doesn't overtake the movie.
Yeah, he's not the show up and rip your car door off kind of character.
Not at all.
Heather says, we are getting a Whataburger in Nashville in January. I've heard good things. It's popular out west. I've never even heard of Whataburger.
Whataburger. Oh, is that Texas chain there, Heather?
The first time I saw Nightmare on Elm Street was on First Choice. That was our Netflix back in the 80s. Is that like a video, VHS rental program? Or is that on TV? I rewatched all of Buffy this year. Haven't seen Angel. Oh, Heather, I'm watching Angel for the first time. I highly recommend. Oh, you already watched Buffy this year. I would have said watch Buffy alongside Angel, like as it aired. That's what I'm doing. It's so good. I definitely recommend Angel. I didn't watch it for so long, and it's been such a great surprise. It's definitely worth it, especially when you get other Buffy characters on it, and when things get happening in later seasons with returning characters. Oh, okay, sorry.
So
good.
So perfect. Like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
See, okay, I was like, they still didn't need that, but
I don't mind it. I love it when he moves his hand and all the shit flies off the shelf.
oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Can you imagine how good? I think this movie would be so much better if he just looked like actual Freddy.
Right. No, I absolutely agree with that. That's like my number 2 issue with the movie is the Freddy look. Not the actor. I thought the actor did a good job.
The actor's fine. I don't have any problem with him at all. Christy Swanson was the original Buffy, but the real Buffy is Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, I remember that.
Quincy Swanson get a good job in her movie. Like she definitely had Buffy vibes. And I actually love the Buffy movie. It came out the year that I was born. But Sarah Michelle, it's like how Corey Feldman was a really great young Tommy, but Tom Matthews is Tommy. Sarah Michelle Gellar is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Right. And just like how Nev Campbell is Sidney Prescott.
Well, yeah, if they rebooted Scream,
Which,
and there was
they wouldn't dare do that.
No, but if they did reboot it and there was a new Sydney, Nev Campbell is Sydney. She still would be the Sydney.
Right.
Like there, you could never replace her. You just can't. It's just like how Robert Englund is Freddy. Like you can replace him if you want, and there'll be a new Freddy, sure. But Robert Englund is Freddy.
Exactly.
Although I wouldn't necessarily say Kane Hodder is Jason, but he's one of the best iterations of Jason for sure.
I'm sorry, but Nessie is so unbelievable right now.
This is kind of some new nightmare, not a reference, but like how they were in the hospital and things were going on with the doctors there too.
Why did the doctor look like freaking Julia Moore there for a second?
I know. I see what you mean a little bit.
Because like I was thinking of the Carrie remake of the Mother.
Oh my god, the Carrie remake pisses me off because the girl, like I love Chloe Moretz or whatever her name is, like she's a good little actress, or she's a good actress, but she's prettier than the girls that were bullying her for being ugly, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
And she Heather says yes, Brett, the Texas chain.
Oh, I've always wanted to try that. So I'm coming to Nashville as soon as that opens.
Ooh, I bet you Destiny is about that. She's from Texas, isn't she?
Mm-hmm. She is. So man, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Oh, but she's a pescatarian, so she doesn't.
Right. Took me a bit to get into Angel, but it turned out to be fantastic. Yeah, I'm on season 3 right now, or season 4, one of the two, and I'm really liking it. Like season 2, like the whole Darla storyline was so good. I did not expect it to be that good. Will do, Josh. Thanks. Was nervous about it. Wasn't going to watch, but I'll take your word for it. Yeah, you're gonna definitely not regret watching Angel. Like it'll be kind of weird for like the first season's kind of weird because they don't really know what they're doing, but season 2 is so much better immediately and it's just good from there, I find. And season 1 has some surprising shit happen in it as well. Paul Rubin's death scene was so hilarious. I actually had no idea that was him until my friend told me. His Freddy voice sucks. I don't mind his Freddy voice because he's gonna sound different from Robert Englund anyway, but
and it's a remake, so you got to do something different.
Yeah. Heather Langenkamp is Nancy. No one ever said Rooney Mara is the best Nancy. She doesn't share the same last name. Actually, I was talking to somebody earlier on Instagram who was like really talking about how much they loved Rooney Mara and her role in this movie. And I was saying, it was Mickey Bliss, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, sorry, I can't agree. Like, she phoned in this performance and she hated the fucking movie. So, like, how good of a job could she have done? I don't think she did a good job.
Right. Like, she could have done better.
Absolutely. Especially, you look at Katie Cassidy, who's just killing the movie.
Oh, see, I like that. I like that right there, where Freddy was just appearing in the middle of the road.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like in Nightmare 4 when they're driving to go get Deb.
Yes.
Debbie. And then they swerve and they drive into him and they drive into the tree. Destiny doesn't eat meat though yet.
Yeah, pescatarian, where it's like only seafood.
It's funny. I would be the opposite of that. I don't like seafood that much.
I love clams.
I like breaded clams.
Actually, who am I kidding? I do like seafood time to time.
Who the fuck is Nancy Halbrook? Oh yeah, her name's not even Thompson in this, is it?
No, it's not Thompson, which I'm okay with because
Brett,
again, remake.
Movie? What? It's a remake, but just call her Nancy Thompson. They can't call him like Freddy Weaver. His name has to be Freddy Krueger. What if they rebooted Scream and they called it like Sidney Lyons instead of Sidney Prescott?
Or Sidney Campbell.
Sidney Campbell I would be okay with because that would be a scary movie reference.
Oh yeah, it'd be great too.
I find if I want to watch a Scream movie, but I'm not necessarily in the mood for Scream 1 to 4, Scary Movie is actually a nice substitute for a Scream movie because it has a great reveal at the end for the killer. Like I think it's actually a good little Scream movie in its own. Heather loves some shrimp. I said I said Freddie Weaver because my last name is that, Heather. I'm sure you know that. But
Well, I know what you're going at as Halloween this year.
I almost said Freddie Gonzalez, but then I said Freddie Weaver. That's what I was
Or El Kruger.
yeah, El Kruger. Actually, I wouldn't mind El Kruger, but Freddie Weaver. He needs to be El Freddy Krueger at least. He can't be Freddie Gonzalez or Freddie Weaver or Freddy Cruz.
Uno, dos, el Freddy come.
Yeah. So this is where we figure out how much of a piece of shit he is. This is also where you get the Freddy versus Jason line in the movie.
And the glove, like the station where he made the glove.
Why would this shit all still be here? It's like in Halloween Resurrection. I suppose the Halloween Resurrection, the house was set up by the film crew, but it's like, why would all this shit still be here if he was convicted? I suppose it was in a hidden something or other, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like he was like, plus you gotta have more than one glove just in case if something happens to the other glove, and he probably didn't have time to finish it.
Toronto Freddy says, "Dude, how the fuck do you live where you do and not like seafood?" I mean, I don't know. It's just not really. I like I said, I like breaded clams, I guess, but for the most part, I'm not really...
breaded clams.
Breaded clams are great, but
my man, that's my favorite side of seafood is those fried clams. Oh, they're so good.
And I really love the breading on fish and chips. I don't necessarily like the fish, but the breading on it, the crunchy fish and chips breading, I could eat that all day.
I've never had good fish and chips before. Like the closest thing is friggin' John Silver's, where they do the beer battered breading is delicious, but it's fast food, so it's not real fresh, you know.
And here in Canada, you can't go like around a corner without finding a place that does fish and chips. It's everywhere. Same with poutine.
I want to have dude. Had poutine 2 years ago for the first time in South Carolina. Absolutely love it.
It's like a national treasure here. I'm not a big fan of gravy, but I'll put cheese on my fries all day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's like cheese curds too. That's what they put on there, and and makes a difference. And it's like, and I always used to laugh at the name of poutine, but actually once I actually ordered it and ate it, and like it's really good. Like fries, the gravy.
Oh yeah, it's addictive. There's actually a restaurant here just called Cheese Curds.
Oh, dude, that's like. Are you near West? Actually, no, you're not. You got to be up northeast. Because I was about to ask if you're near Wisconsin. Because when you said cheese curds,
I am. Where am I? Well, obviously I'm in Nova Scotia. That's the. I think that's the East Coast. Yeah, it's the East Coast. I'm like, yeah. So where's Wisconsin? Is that up near the top?
That's towards the like. I want to say it's not the middle. Near Michigan.
Okay. Trying to Freddie Dreamweaver, yeah. Well, damn, all your fucking evidence is right there. Their cops suck. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they do. If they just looked for the room. Oh, and then there's the pictures where it really proves how much of a bastard he is.
Brandon says, I think they missed an opportunity not casting Anna Faris in Scream 4. It would have been such a great joke. You know what? You just sparked inside my mind, Brandon. Anna Faris should have fucking played Judy.
Oh, okay. I see. I would be in favor of that.
That would have been so perfect.
But I think too, the problem would be it's just that people wouldn't treat it seriously because of who she is.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, they also had Anthony Anderson doing the "fuck Bruce Willis" line at some point. So
I wish they would have taken that scene out.
I agree. That shouldn't have been in the movie. I'm really surprised Wes Craven did that.
Yeah, but it was towards the end of his reign, though.
True. Rusty says, I was raised on the coast, and aside from certain fish, I hate seafood. Brandon says, I like fried cod. Toronto Freddy, I love all seafood. Well, that's good. I'm a massively picky eater.
Oysters, like I will never eat an oyster because it looks nasty.
Yeah. Ooh, Destiny's back. What's up, Destiny?
Where have you been? Because we're watching the greatest Nightmare on Elm Street movie there ever is.
Bite. Just
Dude, it's called sarcasm.
no, I know. I'm just kidding.
See, like even when she's trying to be emotional right here, I just don't buy it because of her acting.
She's like just wooden face. It reminds me a little bit of. This might be controversial, but Brie Larson in Captain Marvel. I find there's a lot of scenes in that movie where her face is just like a fucking piece of wood. She's supposed to be like happy or excited or sad, but it all just looks the same sometimes in that movie for her.
Dude, I'm not going to forget. Or dude, you're the man because that is a perfect example. Because that's why my problem with Captain Marvel is that her whatever she was given to do or what she decided to do was just so bland.
Yeah,
and it wasn't because what she said before, like to the male audience. It wasn't that.
That was stupid, though.
That was stupid, but that's not what I had the problem with the movie, like most people do. It's just the acting was like horrible.
Yeah. I actually liked Captain Marvel a lot more the second time I watched it because I was less about not really liking Brie Larson that much and more about.
I've only seen it once, and that was in theaters. So, I have not had the willpower to revisit it.
I think you should. I actually liked it more in the second watch, but there's still scenes where you're like, "Yep, there's that wooden acting."
All right. I think me and Chris are actually going to do the Marvel series starting next year, so. That'd be a good time to revisit it.
We're gonna do them all, like
that's the plan. Like 2 times per month.
2 a month. You'll be doing them for years.
Well, we're trying to finish it within the year. If we do 2 a month, because there's only like 22 out there. Or close to 24. So if you do 2 per month,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we already doing the Spider-Man series already, so we don't have to include the Tom Holland ones. So
that's true. Front of Freddy, poutine was created in Montreal. Yeah, it's our product. Not me as in Montreal, but Canada. Hey, again, I'm back to just finish up a few things. Have I missed much? Well, just the Nightmare remake, but you're okay. You didn't miss anything.
We're in what we call an interesting third act.
Yeah, interesting third act. I actually thought they were going to kill Kyle Gallner off here.
Mm-hmm. And I felt like they kind of should.
Yeah, I think it would have been fun. Kill them both off.
But honestly. Again, Kyle Gallner did good for what he was given. Yeah. But just again with writing and all that, I just didn't. I only cared about Chris. That was the only character I cared about.
Honestly, everyone in this movie did a better job than Rooney Mara for the most part, except for maybe her boyfriend character.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Toronto Freddy, my Nova Scotian buddy Jimmy raves about Donair. Is it big where you are? There's a damn Donair place like every few blocks. Like you can't throw a stone without hitting a Donair place here.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally a place called Smokes Patinery over on Pizza Corner. That's where like all the pizza places are. And then you walk downtown like 5 minutes, and there's another Smokes Patinery right there. And there's there's the Cheats Curves, which isn't that far from here. There's places that aren't specifically poutine places that just also serve poutine all over the place. So it's everywhere.
Okay, yeah. Now these close-ups of Freddy's faces are like really, really bad.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, I do not know why they couldn't just still keep them in the shadows.
Well, if he looked like Robert Englund right here, the scene would actually not be that bad.
Oh, it'd be great. Or again, we just put Toronto Freddy in the movie.
Yeah. Rooney Mara's acting here would fit right with the ladies of the Disney remakes. I haven't seen many of the Disney remakes, but I've heard like good and bad things about them.
Give me an example of what you're talking about, Brandon, because I've seen most of those Disney remakes. See, this one's not a bad scene right here.
I love in Freddy. This is completely off topic. This will be for next week, but in Freddy vs. Jason, when Laurie's having the dream sequence and she's running through her house, and the floor, like the floorboards start moving, and they catch her feet. You know, do you remember that scene? And she catches her feet and she falls. I think that was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Captain Marvel's leaps and bounds better than this. Oh yeah, that movie is definitely better than this movie, no question.
That should be a pretty good slash it out.
Oh, I would vote Captain Marvel over this. They kind of do a version out here where she's like dripping. I don't mind this too much.
Yeah, because it's different. Because it's see, like she's swimming in it. And yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But then they were using that line.
Yeah.
That's we're gonna get another one right after this.
Well,
Use
that wasn't
Kyle Gallner when he was in the fucking water earlier in his Speedo.
Yeah, that could have been the place for the wet dream thing.
Yeah.
Oh, see, ain't this a little callback right here for the original?
Yeah, I think that's like a callback to Glenn, kind of.
And the CGI blood.
Yeah.
Okay, this is probably totally not true, but ain't that Tina's outfit in the original? That what she wore in one scene.
It's similar to Tina's bedtime outfit. Yeah, it's not exactly the same, but it's similar. Yeah,
just like a more modern.
I think the neck piece is different. It looks similar though.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Watson's in Beauty and the Beast remake really wooden acting. I never saw that one.
See, that is not the example I was hoping you would pick, because that one, I almost say that remake is better than the cartoon one, because that remake is really good.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen really any of the Disney remakes. I saw one, but I forget what it is off the top of my head.
Lion King. Because I love
this is from Freddy vs. Jason. Your mouth says no, but your body says yes. That's from Freddy vs. Jason.
Oh yeah. Why the fuck would I look at CGI? Ow.
Yeah. It looks really bad right there when he was smiling.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like right here. Oh, that's so clear and bad.
Yeah, like why?
And then right here, it looks like a fish with that stuck in his eye. Like he looks so smiling. He looks terrible.
Oh, so that was the fish joke that they were using earlier.
Yeah, maybe. He looks so stupid.
Yeah. Like, again, anything you can do practical and try to make it as realistic as you can is the way to go.
It is. I'm just trying to picture the scene as if he had Robert's makeup, and it would be so much better.
Oh, especially if it's from the second one.
Yeah. Well, any makeup one to Freddy vs. Jason, I would have taken over this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Maybe not. Maybe not part 6.
Even part 6, I would have taken over this.
Okay, that's fair.
I hate the B remake because the original. Oh, Beauty and the Beast remake because the original is my favorite Disney movie, but I can still watch it over the Lion King remake.
Oh,
well, the Lion King remake is just like CGI animals, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like when the animals talk, and it's just those. And you're talking about bland acting and talking. That Lion King remake, all those actors and actresses were there for us for that paycheck. They just sound so generic. It pissed me off because Lion King is my number 5 movie of all time.
Yeah, the Lion King's a great movie.
Oh, such a great one.
Oh, here we go. We get another Freddy vs. Jason line here in a second.
God, just stab that right at her heart.
I think that's what you're supposed to do, isn't it?
It's a little. That just to me sounds really dangerous.
Yeah. Ooh. That's like H2O right there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was H2O. Like exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, good backhand.
Yeah, split his chin pretty good. I don't like that line from Freddy. It sounded weird.
He
Here we
got
go. Here it is, Brett.
disarmed.
Listen. You're in my world now, bitch. Welcome to my world, bitch. From Freddy vs. Jason.
It is.
All I hear is Rorschach when I hear him talking this. Yeah, it does sound a lot like Rorschach, but I mean, that's Jackie's voice, so I don't mind. I really don't mind his voice in this one. It's not Robert, but you were never going to get Robert.
I feel like it would have been a lot better if she would just chopped off his head.
Yeah, she chopped off his hand. He turned around and she just chopped off his head.
Well, yeah, that would have been more badass versus just like the little like bare cut.
Well, it's like his whole head should have came off. You know, that line there also kind of reminds me of the Friday reboot when she's like, "Say hi to mommy in hell." Like it just they didn't need to have that. Going to my first horror convention in June of next year. Congrats, Kyle. That's awesome.
Dude, that's awesome. February was my very first horror convention.
Ooh,
this year.
What was it?
It was Atlanta from Days of the Dead. I met CJ Graham.
So lucky.
Tom Matthews. Willington Gillette.
I gotta go to one of these.
Oh, dude, it was so much fun, and I'm about to go. I think to my 5th one in October, my last one of the year.
Heather says Josh did it better with the paper cutter and the faculty. Okay, like don't sue me, but I don't remember if I've ever actually watched the faculty. I think I did, and I just don't really remember it because it was so long ago. But I definitely got to rewatch the faculty.
Yeah. Oh, dude. And once you like start watching it, you'll realize real quickly, dude, this is a star-studded cast.
Yeah.
Because like Jordana Brewster is in it.
Yeah, I forgot that she was in it.
Love her in it. And then there's so many.
She was great in TCM the beginning.
Oh yes, she is, and that's actually a sneak peek of Back from the Dead in October. That has an anniversary of 15 years, 15-year anniversary.
Wow. I do like this end scene, even though it doesn't really make sense. So maybe I don't know.
Oh, I don't. This is my second most hated scene just because of how CGI it is.
Oh, the CGI is bad. I like the idea, but the CGI isn't that great.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's really choppy. It's better than the mother being pulled through the window, I guess, but
yeah, whereas obviously the doll.
Yeah. Why don't you just fucking die? Toronto's horror conventions are lame. Oh, that's sad for me to hear Toronto Freddy, because now where am I going to go to one? Guess I'll have to go to the States. I haven't been to a horror convention yet. It's hard with the kids in school, so I got to plan for it. That makes sense, Heather.
Yeah, like I went to Nashville back in April, and I really wanted Heather to be there, but we couldn't make it work.
Damn. Brandon says, "But is it better than the blow up doll?" I think it is a little bit. The blow up doll,
barely.
It's not by much, but the blow up doll is a little too obvious. Josh, watch the faculty, and I will watch Angel. Deal.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so now the movie's over. What do you think, Brett?
It's just it's average. But again, I can tell you a lot of movies that I would prefer this over. Like again, like Jeepers Creepers 3. I'll always know. Like I'll prefer this one over that. But
I would say it's better than Jeepers Creepers 3. I think I would rather watch I'll Always Know than this, but I think I would probably rather watch this than Jeepers Creepers 3.
Okay, like and that's very acceptable. But the main thing we've talked about throughout all this is my strongest opinions on what they get right. They got right. What they got wrong, really got it wrong. Very high. So it's like the ultimate, like for me, average horror movie.
Yeah, if this was the only Nightmare movie I'd ever seen, if it was the first one I ever seen, didn't see the rest of the franchise, I would actually probably like it more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But having seen every other Nightmare on Elm Street movie and Freddy vs. Jason, it's just missing that like spark that those movies have. Even Freddy's Dead in Part 5, like it's just missing that spark of really Robert and that look of Freddy. I think that this is the biggest crime in this movie is the look of Freddy. Really, and I don't know, Rooney Mara is the biggest crime in this movie, but the look of Freddy really hurts this movie because every time you see him in the light, which is a lot, so you actually see his face a lot. In this
too
movie.
much.
Because in the original Nightmare, you don't see it. You only see it like a couple times here and there, and even then, it's usually kind of shadowed. In this one, you're just seeing it constantly. So
yeah, like you only really get two good shots of Freddy's face in the original, but when they do it, it looks amazing.
Yeah, he looks great in the original. He even looks like different than he will eventually look like the more popular Freddy, but he still looks really great. Brandon says, I do like this ending song. I turned it off. Heather, this movie sucked. I still hate it. That's fair, Heather. I was watching it, and it was about what I thought it was going to be like. It's like Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I give it a lot of flack, but I probably like it slightly more than I let on. But at the same time, I don't think there'll ever be a day where this is not the bottom of the list on my Nightmare on Elm Street rankings. Even though Freddy's Dead and Dream Child have their issues, it's a Robert Englund Freddy Krueger movie, and I don't think I could put this above those.
See, I think I'm trying to remember my list without looking at it. I have this over Freddy's Dead, Dream Child, and I think I went controversial, and I actually did have it over 4.
Brett, how dare you?
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen 4, so I might have a different opinion on it.
4's, aside from the killing off of the 3 people from Dreamwares, I really like 4.
See, I just didn't like the recast. Or no, never mind. Wrong movie. Anyways.
Yeah, 4 had the recast.
Okay, yeah, then the recast I wasn't a fan of. I don't like just when people recast like that.
Well, it was either that or not have the character because Patricia Arquette couldn't do it. So I understand in that case, but yeah, because she was very different than Patricia Arquette in 3. Heather says, I would rather watch I'll Always Know. I also would rather watch I'll Always Know. Like, once you know, like, I guess I won't spoil it for anyone who maybe hasn't seen I'll Always Know, but once you know that, like, the twist of I'll Always Know and you watch it again, the movie I find it makes a little bit more sense than going in and being like, what the fuck is happening in this movie? Because there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, like when they're sitting at the beach or at the pool and they say I'll always know in like mist on the ground and it disappears. Like, it doesn't make any sense, and then you see why it's happening. You're like, oh.
It happens in Colorado.
Yeah, I don't mind even that because, like, by this point, he's almost like a curse. Like, whoever fulfills the condition of the
Ben Willis.
Yeah, he will go out. That's how I read it anyway. Like, anyone
that makes sense
who fulfills the conditions of having something happen, lying about it, and somebody dies. You know, like how it plays out. I think he would probably show up. Like he's like a curse at this point. At that point, I think. So I don't mind it that much. Like, I don't think he has to be near water. If he was alive and he was just randomly in the middle of Colorado, I'd be like, But for me, it made sense. Heather, I've literally seen it once. That was in theaters, and that was more than enough. I'm with you. I've seen The Nightmare. I've seen it a few times, but this is the first time I watched it in like 5+ years, probably. The filmmaker said they wanted Freddy to look like a real burn victim, but the makeup sucks. Honestly, Harvey Dent in Dark Knight looks way better with CGI effects. Well, he's a big mix of makeup and CGI in this movie, Brett. So it's like, I don't know. They should have just went with prosthetic with like Robert. It shouldn't have been CGI at all.
And I like the effects in The Dark Knight with Harvey Dent.
It's been a while since I've seen The Dark Knight, so I'm probably gonna watch it this week because we just watched Batman Begins 2 nights ago. But
that's such an underrated movie. People don't appreciate that movie enough.
It was very good. I would rather wear Bert's shirt than ever watch this movie again. He has a great shirt.
Yeah, CM Punk.
I have this over Freddy's Dead, Dream Child, New Nightmare. Brandon,
okay,
you have this over New Nightmare. Not to drag someone's personal choices.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. I had New Nightmare that low, but after your all's rewatch of it, I really appreciate it a lot more. So it made a big boost on my list.
New Nightmare is easily like top 3.
like once I do like the review series on this, it could really battle with Dream Warriors with that number two or three spot.
My two are Dream Warriors and New Nightmare. It's between those two.
Mm-hmm. And that's really fair.
Yeah, I think now I've solidified New Nightmare, but it's Dream Warriors.
Yeah, but part 2 is so good too.
Yeah, I really do like part 2,
and I'm glad it's getting the respect that it deserves now.
Yeah. Well, people felt weird about it being gay for so long, and now people are like, whatever. Not saying that's what everyone felt about it, but there was always something, like, even for me, there was something that, like, when I was younger, I was like, there's nothing about this movie that makes me feel weird. And then eventually I was like, oh, it's super gay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first time I watched it, I didn't think that at all. And when I saw the documentary, I'm like, okay, I can really see it now. Thanks.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if it's not something you're on the look for, not something related to your life, you're not necessarily gonna pick up on it. It's super like in your face, but like you're not necessarily gonna think about it if it's not like in your mind. But when I rewatched it a couple of years ago, like before I even moved here, I was like, Jesse's gay. I was like, this is super gay. I was like, it all kind of like clicked. And I liked the movie a lot more. When I was younger, I just didn't know what it was. There was something I was like, this movie's weird. I was like, I don't know what it is. And then I was like, oh yeah. That's what I said. The first few minutes is really great in this movie. The rest is pretty bad. There's little pockets of good. Like, I find everything up until Katie Cassidy dies is pretty actually okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all that is good, and then once she's gone, I find the movie kind of takes a dip.
Like just imagine if she were still in the movie.
Yeah, if she had been to the end or with or had been Nancy, like the movie would have been a lot different than it is for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
No, don't unsubscribe, but
so come on, don't be that hateful.
I'm not a fan of New Nightmare. The first 2 acts are dull to me. It's about the slow burn into her becoming Nancy, though. That's
yeah, and I didn't see that before. But when you and Destiny was Chase a part of that? Yeah, Chase was a part of that too. And when y'all were describing details of that transformation, I never thought of it like that before, and that's what made me really appreciate it. So yeah, I did like that.
Yeah, because like we were saying at the beginning of that movie, she's clearly Heather Langenkamp. Like, she's just the way she's acting and anything. But like with every single thing that slowly furthers Freddy coming into the real world, she's slowly becoming Nancy throughout the course of the movie, to the point where she's Nancy doing Nancy stuff without even realizing it's happening, to the point where her house has become the nightmare house. John Saxon is her father all over again. Why are you calling me Nancy? Or why are you calling me John, Nancy? And it's like, why are you calling me Nancy, John? And then she has the clothes on, and I just love it.
And the hair, it was just great.
The streak in her hair, and I really love that movie. No, you can have an opinion. I'm just saying.
Oh, Toronto was kidding.
Yeah. I think Toronto Freddy's just good in there for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Freddy's Revenge is never one in my ranking. That's fair. Freddy's Revenge is a good one.
Yeah, plus Toronto Freddy gives me shit on a lot of things, but we all joke in good fun.
Yeah. I don't think I could ever be like. I don't think there would ever be a day where I'd be like, oh yeah, I would agree that like the Nightmare remake is in the same realm as New Nightmare, but I respect that other people have different likes for movies. Like, that's the whole point.
Oh yeah, that's what makes movies so much fun.
Yeah. The only time I would ever be like, oh, this person isn't actually a fan of necessarily the franchise that they're ranking. Not a fan, but like if someone comes and tells me, oh, my favorite Halloween movie is Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Like, I can understand that Halloween 3, Season of the Witch is really great. But if it's your favorite in the Halloween franchise, I would argue you're not a big Michael Myers fan. You're a fan of a wacky, weird Halloween movie.
Oh, and I think that's a fair opinion to have of that.
Yeah, like, and I'm not saying that doesn't mean you don't actually like the franchise. I'm just saying if Halloween 3 is your favorite more than all those other ones, then you're a fan of wacky, weird, violent Halloween movies, not necessarily Michael Myers.
Right.
Good night, Miss Carter. Thanks for joining us. You're great as always. Love talking.
Good night, Miss Carter.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up soon too. I think I got a movie to watch.
Yeah, you got a movie. I got some. There's opening kickoff for the NFL. So
how long is that for you? When does that start?
I think it starts in about 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll wrap it up before that.
Oh no, you're good. Like there's always rewinds. So
that's true. Let me see. We'll get through the last of these comments here. F13 is my franchise of the big three, but nothing touches original Nightmare on Elm Street. See, Nightmare on Elm Street used to be my favorite. And I think Freddy Krueger himself is still my favorite horror villain of them all. Like, I just love Freddy Krueger.
Mm-hmm.
But especially since starting my channel, Friday the 13th is far and away my favorite of every horror series, and especially of the big three. It's just like Friday the 13th 1 through 7. And honestly, I know people have issues with 8, but honestly for me, Friday the 13th 1 through 8, Jason X, and then Freddy versus Jason and the reboot are all really great movies to me. And like I just love the series so much, and it has such a solid timeline. Like Nightmare has a more solid timeline than Friday, just because of Friday really has the most solid one, I guess, because it goes 1 to 9, FBJ, Jason X, and then the reboot. But it's super solid timeline. So many great characters throughout the series. Just a great feeling. The score in like every movie almost is top notch. Like when you hear a Friday the 13th score, you know it's Friday the 13th.
Right. And
go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. If they would have gotten those last 5 minutes right in the original Nightmare on Elm Street, I would be having that original as my number 3 horror movie of all time and my favorite of the big 3. But because they couldn't nail those last 5 minutes, that's why Halloween is still like my favorite of all the big 3.
See, I want to be like, I want to be able to say something like that, like, oh, Halloween's definitely my favorite because it's like the original, but I honestly do, like, as much as I really love the Halloween movie, the first one, it takes so long, like, especially once you've seen it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, it takes kind of so long for things to finally like happen that I can't say it's, I don't know if I would definitely have it in my top 10. I don't know if I'd have it in my top 5. And as in regards to Nightmare on Elm Street, I agree. Like the movie's really good, but then you get up to the final few minutes, and it's like the whole mother in the bed thing, and then her being like, "I take my power away from you," and then not being sure whether or not she's been dreaming, and then having the dream sequence at the end, like it kind of fumbles a little bit.
Yeah, because again, it's combining like 3 different ideas to try to make it work.
That's why I kind of like, even though Freddy's Dead or Freddy's Revenge has some weird shit, and Dream Warriors has some weird stuff, I do prefer Dream Warriors and New Nightmare over the original, but I do really like the original. Night Miss C, good night everyone else. Are you going to night Red Rusty?
Not Rusty.
Trying to Freddy. Unpleasant Dreams. Is it controversial to have the Friday and Nightmare and Chucky franchise above Halloween? No,
not at all. So. Because like I can understand that with all the different timelines and Halloween, where it confuses a lot of people, while all those franchises almost kind of tell a consistent story. Yeah,
and then same with Halloween. It's like first 2 are super solid. Halloween 4 is super solid, and then you get into like Halloween 5, 6 is like, they're okay. And then Halloween 7, like H2O would be great, but then it's immediately fucking ruined by Resurrection. So then you got that.
Resurrection. Thank you, Brandon Timmons, for fixing that mistake.
Yeah, thank you for giving us Haddonfield Nightmare next month. And then you got the Rob Zombie ones, which are their own bag of whatever. And then we finally get 2018. But Halloween is just all over the place. Not as bad as Chainsaw Massacre, but it's definitely not as solid as Friday and Nightmare in terms of continuity. I assume Camp Blood is your favorite franchise. Camp Blood mean to give in the name of the channel. Well, Camp Blood is from Friday the 13th as well. That's more so where I get it from than those weird movies. But I know you know that. I actually haven't watched any of the Camp Blood movies because they look really shitty.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's like 7 of them.
Oh damn! Like, see, that's the problem too. Like, I feel like 4 is a good maximum.
I don't even care that there's 7 of them. I just care that they're really shitty. Like, they're not. They're like bottom of the barrel for like $2 horror movies. Like,
it's like after 4, it's like, oh, they're allowed to be shitty. I'm like, no, they all need to be the best that they can be.
Well, if you want to look for a bad franchise after the 4th one, look at Hellraiser.
Shoot, I keep on hearing Wrong Turn, except for the remake.
Wrong Turn 5 is bad. Wrong Turn 6 is a reboot and it's pretty shitty. And then Wrong Turn, the next one is the remake. So it has a few.
I love the remake.
Yeah, the remake was really good. All right, so let's wind this up. What do you got coming up on the channel, Brett, man?
Alrighty. Right now we are doing the Daniel Craig Bond review series. This past Monday we dropped on Casino Royale, which we made history on that. So if you have not seen it, watch the review so you can see what our history moment was. Tomorrow we will be doing a live lunch club at 12 o'clock Eastern time. Brad is officially back, so he'll be with me, and we'll be doing a discussion on the Matrix Resurrections trailer, and we'll be talking about that and the movies and all that. And then next Monday will be Quantum of Solace. That would be the next Daniel Craig Bond movie review. I think that movie is underappreciated in the Bond series, and we talk about that. And Tuesday, I will be on the Wolf Mega Movie C's channel for your next watch party, part of his September series. And then Wednesday, I will be on Behind the Mask with Matt Fauci and James Graham, where we do talking about the villains of your next Midsommar, I believe, favorite 94, 95 films, and a spicy pizza challenge that I will also take a part of. So you'll see me be miserable. And then Thursday, I will be on Bacon Pew Pew's channel talking about the Spider-Man.
Holy, busy man.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm going to need a vacation after October.
Yeah, October is going to burn us all out for sure. Especially with there's like so many movies coming. And
then with Halloween Kills.
Yeah. I'm glad that it falls right in the middle because we can just like watch it then and we can not chill, but there's like it's not as much going on until Haddonfield Nightmare comes out on the 29th. But I'm glad we don't have Halloween Kills and Haddonfield Nightmare within like 2 days of each other. I couldn't do 2 reviews within 2 days. I'd be like,
that would have been miserable.
On my channel, I talked about this with Destiny the other night, but or at the end, but I got we've got Freddy vs. Jason coming up with Chris and Chad, the final part of the Nightmare on Elm Street watch series, so I'm excited for that. I'm also going to do a Nightmare on Elm Street franchise ranking just because I might as well since we watched through all the movies. I've got a watch party coming up on Kyle's channel. We're going to be doing Black Christmas.
Oh, good one.
Going to be doing a watch party on Wolfman's channel as well. We will be doing what was the movie? Let me see. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. I just talked to him there a minute ago. There not too long ago. Let me see. What movie am I doing? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, okay. Good one.
And then I've got to watch my Child's Play watch-alongs are starting, and I've got you coming on for those. Destiny's coming on for those. Chris and Chase and a bunch of other people. We've got the Horror Daddies coming on the channel for the first time to chat, and we're going to be watching Cult of Chucky. That'll be in October, though. Prepping my 31 Days of Horror videos, prepping my Child's Play ranking for the Child's Play stuff. That'll probably come out before the Child's Play movie watch-alongs are done. It'll probably come out around the release of the TV show.
Okay.
Got a Malignant review that's going to be coming as soon as I go see that, I think.
Oh, yeah, and that was the thing, too. We're going to be doing something different. We're not doing a Malignant review. We're actually going to do a slash it out between Malignant and Insidious.
Oh, interesting.
So that's kind of like our review within like one of our popular things on our channels to slash it out.
Yeah, that'll be a really good idea doing those. I think Malignant could be very, very good.
Oh, I've been hearing good things already, so I'm hopeful.
Toronto Freddy says there's actually 9 or 10 Camp Blood movies. Yeah, I know there's a lot. I just ballparked when I said 7 because I knew there was at least 7. Maybe I'll watch them someday, but I honestly probably don't need to. They if you want to watch all of them in like a 20-minute video, go over to my buddy Movie Timelines. His name is Josh. Go over to his channel. He goes through a bunch of different horror franchises, and he like goes through each movie and talks about like what happened to them and also like what years they're taking place in. And that's probably the best way to watch the Camp Blood movies because he just goes through them all in one timeline and they get all out of the way and you can see how shitty they are all while also knowing what happens in them. Save yourself some trouble. Check out Movie Timelines. Where's the love for Dead Silence? Dead Silence was good. I haven't seen it in a long time. Do you remember that one, Brett?
I have not seen it, but I hear nothing but great things about it.
Yeah, that was a good one. It was from the creators of Saw, I believe.
From James Wan, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's one of his first movies. I think.
Yeah, it was good. Thanks, Kyle. He says, awesome, great stream tonight, my buddy. Yeah, we're just finishing it up right here. Brett's got some football to watch, and I've got another movie to watch. So,
hell,
well,
what movie are you watching?
I think we're gonna do Dark Knight.
I'm gonna let you get to that because that's one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. So,
well, we were talking about it in the stream, so I sent off a message as we were talking, and they were like, "Yeah, let's do it." So,
well, go ahead and do it, man. Like, I'm not going to stop you. So,
you're not keeping here. But thank you so much again for joining me, Brett. I look forward to having you on for the Child's Play 2 watch along, which will be very soon. I'm glad we finally got this Nightmare remake out of the way.
Hey, now, but no, I'm always honored to be here, and I appreciate you suffering for this movie. I think it's actually okay, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, I think our next one's definitely going to be a little bit more promising than this one. Even though I agree, this one isn't as bad as I made it out to be.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, so. Child's Play 2 is just a little bit better. A little bit. And as always, thank you guys in the comments for joining us. You're amazing. Couldn't do without you. All your comments and suggestions and like little trivia bits. Like it's really amazing to get a chat with you guys about these movies, even if it's one that's not as well liked as, say, like a Wes Craven's New Nightmare or Halloween 2018. We're doing the reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street, and you guys still showed up to talk with us. So we really appreciate that, and we really appreciate all the support you guys give us.
Oh, absolutely, because we couldn't do it without you guys.
Yeah, we love you guys. If you haven't subbed yet, make sure to sub to Good Real Hunting and Camp Blood Media because we would really, really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. That quest to 1,000 subs.
Yep, you're almost to 5, and
we're at 413. Yeah, we're at 413.
Working on 413. I'm about 531, so on the rise to 6.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.